Good afternoon and welcome to the pregame show for the Fall Nationals. We have a lot of exciting matches up for tonight. But first, I wanted to start with an interview from someone local to us, someone awesome, is basically the commander-in-chief of the Army of the UNCC Rocket League program, the one, the only, Sam Duis. Welcome, my friend.
Awesome. Thanks, CJ, for having me out.
Of course.
Look forward to it.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited you're a local Charlotte school and that you're ripping and roaring with the new squad you got, man.
Yeah, we're looking really strong this year. I'm excited for this season of CRL.
Yeah, of course. So let's start with the beginning, right? Tell me a little bit about this UNCC esports program. I know it's massive and there's so many kids inside of it. You guys do a lot of really cool stuff, but tell the viewers and the moms and dads and the kids that are watching a little bit about your program.
So UNC Charlotte actually is in a unique position. We have the largest collegiate rosters. We have the most rosters with the most players, and it's really awesome for the players as well as for us because we get to build up these players so that even when I'm gone, when the A team's gone, B team's gone, we'll have good players for years.
Yeah, and that's amazing because a lot of programs that we see, as the good players leave their programs, right, those programs, they disappear. They get smaller. They don't know how to replenish. They don't know where that pipeline is of players. And that's one of the things we wanted from Fall Nationals, right? We want those players that are looking out, trying to find the next opportunity. And UNCC is a great school that offers a tons of different academic programs as well as you can be a part of this club where essentially you have your social group with inside of it. Is that a little bit what it's like?
Yeah, it's an awesome experience. I think some of my closest friends in college have been through not even just Rocket League, but in esports in general.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
Yeah, and how many Rocket League teams are there over there at UNCC? I know it's a lot.
We have 7, so we have a G team. And those guys, I mean, they get to play as a team, grow as a team. They get coaching from all the teams above them, and they really improve. We've had somebody go from G team to C team in 1 year, and they'll probably go to A team next year.
Yeah, there you go. So, there's that pipeline of, hey, these guys could be the A team if they stick together, they practice hard, and they go to that next level. That's super, super cool. Tell me, you recently qualified for CRL, right, through the Eastern Division. You're representing Charlotte well, and I'm super stoked about that. Tell me a little bit about that experience and going through those qualifiers and what that looked like from your perspective.
Yeah, so this year, UNC Charlotte, we had a completely new A team besides myself. It's been a lot different than in the past. I think over just each season, CRL improves greatly, and it becomes tougher and tougher to qualify.
Yeah.
And with this new team, we really had to grind out scrims. We were doing weekly tournaments. We were just getting time in to make sure that we synergize, really work out the kinks before the fall season, so that way when qualifiers hit, we were ready for competition.
Yeah, what kind of things do you guys do to prepare? I mean, is it like constant, hey, we're putting together the team 4 weeks earlier and practicing as hard as we can and just working through those things, basically like that?
I think that's a lot of it. I think just practice and scrimming is important, but also if you've never been in a big qualifier, big tournament situation, I think running tournaments weeklies like Spin Tuesdays is an awesome thing to do with a new team, because you get used to that format. It's not ranked where you just, 5 minutes and you're out. It's best of 3s, best of 5s. You're running a whole bracket, and it's a different pressure, a different environment.
Yeah, totally agree. So if you had advice for our young high schoolers, our freshmen to sophomores, juniors, and our seniors, what advice would you give them? Because you're pretty seasoned in what you've done with your Rocket League career at UNCC. I mean, you manage these 7 different teams, right? So you have tons of experience. What would you say to those incoming freshmen that are about to try and approach schools and get scholarships? What do they need to do to be successful?
I would say the most important thing, because one of the big things about CRL is you don't get to pick your team necessarily, right?
Sure.
You have to be open to playing with different people that have, different abilities, and it really can be tough to kind of adapt to your teammates.
Sure.
So I think learning on early how to adapt to those players, and really that, again, goes into playing tournaments, figuring out what works and what doesn't on a specific team dynamic really can pay off. And it shows whenever we get incoming freshmen, we can tell if they've been on teams before and whatnot,
Just that kind of that LAN experience, if you would, right?
Yeah,
just
exactly.
being in those pressure situations and understanding what that's like. That is super, super awesome. I'm super stoked. I am we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. For those who don't know, that's the Spin headquarters. And I'm always looking for teams to root for. So, like, you guys are like, you got to take the victory. You got to smoke all those other CRL teams. So I'm super excited for the season, and I hope you guys do really well.
Thanks. I appreciate it, CJ. Yeah. Thanks for having us.
And then just another shout out to you, man. Like, you've had an awesome career in esports. I know that this is your senior year as a college esports athlete, if you would. And you've accomplished a lot. Like, I'm truly impressed with you and the program that you've been able to build over there. So just thanks for being an advocate for esports. I know that there aren't enough of them out there at times, and I'm sure you felt alone and on an island every now and again.
Oh, yeah. I mean, building community helps, though. You know? Having like-minded people around you, especially about esports, definitely helps. Yeah,
it is. Well, this has been the pregame show. We're going to have the matches coming up right after this. We're looking for the box turtle. We can never find him. We don't know where he is at this point. So hopefully he finds his way here so that we can start these matches. But coming up next are Season 1 finals, a double elimination bracket with all the teams, all of them qualified. They're seated, they're ready to go, and they are ready to show the college scouts out there that they're the best. So stay tuned. Welcome back to Fall Nationals. We were looking around here for you, Box Turtle. What was going on, man? Where did you go?
I mean, I like hiding from you.
Well, I can't blame you.
Life is easier when I don't have to spend every moment with
you. Totally agree, Box Turtle. Totally agree. Welcome to Fall Nationals. If you haven't been with us before, we're going to go over a basic overview of what our program looks like. Box Turtle, lead us off, man. Tell me about Fall Nationals.
Yeah, so starting in the beginning of September, we basically opened up a league for any high school student across the country that plays Rocket League at the competitive level.
Yep.
And over the past 4 weeks, we have taken them through a series of round-robin group play, Swiss format. Traditional, just everybody plays everybody in their division once. And through that, we have now seeded a double elimination bracket. Now, at the end of this bracket, the top 4 teams will qualify for our major at the end. So we will run a September season, an October season, and a November season. And at the very end, we will run a 12-team double elimination bracket to decide an overall winner from the entire Fall Nationals split.
Yeah, and part of this program, really what it's designed to do, it's designed to give those players a competitive format. We just talked about it with you UNCC guys, right? Yep. No, I say no. We are one of the few that is able to provide a competitive format where these guys get to feel the pressure, the intensity of trying to fight their way through a loser's bracket, make a loser's bracket run, play in best of 3s, play in best of 5s, where those goals and those little situations, they really, really matter in these moments, and that pressure that they have on them is super, super high.
Absolutely, and the big reason we started this league is that we wanted to help provide upwards mobility for high schoolers to get access to collegiate scholarships, or more even just to be recruited in general to play at the collegiate level.
Yep.
I know for Pathfinder for sure, and myself included, a lot of these opportunities didn't exist even 4 or 5 years ago, let alone when we were in high school nearly a decade ago. So, you know, I know we just dated ourselves.
Oh my gosh.
But
can't believe you did that.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. My birthday was recently. I feel old. But you know, so much of what we're trying to do is help these high school kids prepare not only at a competitive level, but also from a development level, right? Make sure they understand all the ins and outs of what it means to be a competitor inside an esport, and what colleges are looking for. And it's not just MMR. The fact that you were just a 2K doesn't mean anything. And there's all these other factors that go into it, and that's what we're trying to help provide through these tournaments, as a way for, A, the high schoolers to get noticed, and B, for colleges to see them.
That is so right. And one of the things we focus on is a lot of these skills outside the game, right? Yep. At some point, we want this program to be where there's casters sitting right here that are kids, right? That are high school students that want to go and cast for an esports program. I was talking to a school today that said, hey, are you guys training casters for my future esports program? Because we need that in the collegiate scene.
Absolutely.
That's something that we are going to train these kids to do. We're going to teach them to do the production stuff. So they can be like Kyle and Nick in the background, which are part of the Spin crew, and they do an awesome job. And they're developing that curriculum right now so that these kids can learn to do that stuff, along with video editing, along with streaming, making their montages to make their portfolio even better so that they can be able to approach these colleges and do the things that they need to do to be successful.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. And, you know, so many of those things are missing when these kids get to the collegiate level, right? The collegiate esports scene and esports scene in general is such a new thing that a lot of that path is very, nobody's really taken that path yet,
That's right? They haven't.
We have the finder of paths here looking for high schoolers to find their path into collegiate. You see what I did there?
You did.
Find their way into collegiate esports.
If only there was a box turtle around here somewhere we could show.
Man.
So we're going to show you guys the bracket. We're going to jump right into it here. This is the beginning stage of our double elimination bracket. We have a couple matches going on. We are going to start the night off with Onyx and Hitmonlee.
Correct.
So we're going to jump into that one first, and then we're going to follow the bracket as it moves. We're going to update you guys as things change on that bracket, and we're going to be able to give you the upsets, the things that happen. We'll also show you the losers bracket. As this is a double elimination tournament, you're going to be able to see the top and the bottom, what happens on both pieces, and who ends up going to the grand finals from these teams.
Absolutely. And every match through winners and losers bracket will be a best of 3 matchup. And when we get to the winners final, the losers final, and the grand final matchup, we will be facing a best of 5. So all of these matches will be best of 3 that you are seeing today. So we will hopefully see a lot of 2-1 contests. We want to see some great competition. But CJ, who are you taking in this first matchup?
Ooh, Onyx and Hitmonlee. 2 great Pokemon, if we think about it. Like, think about throwing rocks at you and Hitmonlee's kicking them back.
That's great Gen 1 stuff right there.
I know it is. We always get into the Pokemon theme. What a great choice that we went with. For me, I know a couple of our seniors are playing tonight. The Hitmonlee side is going to have Midas.
Yep.
Nick Midas. And I want to see what he shows us today. So I'm going to go with the Hitmonlee side. That's me.
Okay. I think, I think I'm going to go with you here. We've made a whole contest about opposing each other on this side. To see
let's show that Hitmonlee roster. There it is. Sorry, there you go. That we got Midas, we got Crazy, and we got the sub himself, Mr. Cap.
Yeah. Speaking of subs, I actually believe there is a sub in for Cap currently in this matchup, to be completely honest with you. But taking it over to the other side, we will take a look at that Onyx roster. A couple seniors on that roster as well with Kronos and Tortle, a man after my own heart. Rounding out that roster will be Maxwell. So we are looking at a couple seniors to keep an eye on in this matchup. We will be sure to call it out anytime they do something fantastic. But across the board, there will be a bunch of players to watch here, and we are going to get you guys kicked off and ready to go with this first matchup, Onyx versus Hitmonlee. I'm hoping for a good one here to start us off.
I think it will be.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking that we're seeing the good stuff. I think we're gonna see the Onyx come out and swing. We're gonna see the Hitmonlee come out and swing, and everybody is gonna go hard in this one.
Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be any bad matches.
Honestly, all the teams are good.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm on it, like, the quality of all these players is absolutely outstanding.
100%. But we are here ready to kick you off with the first matchup tonight in this first game, Hitmonlee versus Onyx.
There's the Tortle. Oh, the Tortle comes out in the first 5 seconds, misses a clean open one. You hate to see it, but Vex Clover takes advantage and puts it in really quick.
Yeah, super early goal. Maybe some of that those pregame jitters starting to kick in a little bit there. Hopefully both teams will kind of zero in and get themselves a little bit more comfortable. But Hitmonlee taking a very early lead here in the start of this first game.
Yes, they are.
Speaking of Tortle
making it back, going over the top, trying to push it in. Does not happen. Midas, there's one of our seniors along with Tortle. But Kronos, another senior, making shouting it out, passing it up to his boy Max Allen, making it work.
Apparently there is no such thing as pregame jitters. I take it all back. Both of these teams came ready to play, and I'm super excited that we already have 2 goals in the first 18 seconds of this match.
Yeah, you can tell that these teams put in the work. They're ready to go. They want to win this first round matchup and make it up to the quarterfinals. Woo-hoo.
Excellent save there from Kronos off the shot from Crazy. That was an insanely fast shot. Not quite sure if the shot was right at him or not, but excellent positioning there, as Midas is going to get that demo to try and slow down some of that offensive pressure. And it does seem to work out for him as Midas is coming back the other way, looking for that pass off the backboard, and Kronos is there. Already some immensely fast rotations and some fast play here from both teams.
Yes, there is. Tortle making the waves with his buddy Kronos on the side, and a little bit of back and forth. We're seeing this past minute has actually been a little bit more defensive, I think. Some great shots, but also some great saves coming in, and no scores on the board a minute in.
For sure. I mean, one thing we've seen from these teams across this entire league so far in this first month is that both of these teams do have the offensive prowess. And I think both of them are very aware that the opposite team is going to try and score as many goals as possible.
They are.
And they have every capability to do so. So this will be a match of defense across the board. Which team can be more secure on their side of the field? As we say that, a shot's getting a little bit closer, and it comes in from Maxwell and sinks that second goal for Onyx to take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, a really great setup here. Just puts it on the top, passes it over, and there's 2 Onyx players there ready to push that ball in, and here we go. It's 2-1.
You know, one thing we've seen from all the teams in this league so far, especially our teams that showed up as free agents and didn't know each other prior, as that third goal falls from Kronos, I'm not exactly sure what happened there on that clearance there from the Hitmonlee side, but nonetheless, Kronos is able to sink a little dribbler into the bottom right-hand corner, and that's going to be a 2-goal differential as we approach 3 minutes.
Onyx showing us how it's done.
But, you know, one thing we've seen, especially from our free agent teams, is you know, the level of cohesion and chemistry that has been built across all of these teams in this league over the past 4 weeks. You know, these teams were very, very different in terms of play style and performance, even just 2 weeks ago. So to see how far they've come in terms of that chemistry and play style, as that 4th goal falls for Onyx, we were both very wrong to start this game. But nonetheless, it does show that these teams are practicing together. They are taking the effort to put in as much time as possible to get comfortable with each other's play style. And as you were talking about with Duis earlier, that's so important in a competitive environment.
It is, and you got to get to know your teammates. And we even dealt with it. If we're, you know, like in full transparency, that's why we give kids coaches so that they have an opportunity to work through those issues. You know, how do you deal with teammates that are just different than you? Maybe they have different schedules, different play styles. Maybe they just like different stuff. You know, maybe you just don't jive with them. And how do you work through that? You know, I think that's part of what we do is team building, right? You know, how do you grow together as a team? You don't have to love each other. And guess what? You're not going to get to pick your teammates in college. Your coaches are, right?
Absolutely.
This is exactly what we're doing. So setting them up once again for that real life environment.
Excellent clearance there from the Turtle. Kronos going for the pinch. Maybe doesn't quite get the angle he's looking for, but Turtle puts it on nonetheless. And that is going to be just over top of the backboard here. As we're seeing some pretty quick rotations and pressure here from both sides, but it is working out so far for Onyx as they are continuing to attack that Hitmonlee side of the net.
Oh, gets the double touch almost, but Bex Clover's there stopping him. Said, hey, I'm right here. We're ready to go.
The pressure is the offensive pressure here from Onyx in this game, and that offensive pressure alone, or in that press alone, we saw at least 3 or 4 50s won by that Onyx side. So excellent fake there from Kronos. It doesn't quite sink it into the corner. And Midas is there to save it.
Midas,
excellent.
The Secretary of Defense over there, man. He's playing defense left and right. You like that?
That was a good one. I'm
you
gonna
like
use that?
Yeah. Oh, Midas also comes in, tries to get a shot on, but it's blocked by the Turtle himself. You know about that turtle life.
I do. Kronos, I mean, I just can't get over that amazing fake that he had there, but Midas coming up amazingly in clutch there to keep that ball out of the net. That was insane.
It was. Some would say it is crazy as we jump aboard the crazy train right now.
We are closing in on the final minute here in this game number 1 of match number 1 of the night. Onyx taking a pretty commanding lead. If this Hitmonlee side is going to do anything, they need to do it within the next 20 seconds or so to keep some momentum up and keep themselves alive in this match. But here we are approaching it as another contest comes on, but Midas is there again to clear that ball away. And Hitmonlee is looking to have a little bit more defensive cohesion than they've had in the previous 4 minutes of this matchup.
That's right, yeah. And I think in these situations, when you're down 4-1, one of the great coaches has told me, the Jam of the Charlotte Phoenix, has said that you got to score a goal right here. This is the momentum builder going into the next game. You got to score one right here. It doesn't matter that you're down 4-1. You're probably not going to get this one, but if you can score a goal, you can build some momentum going into that next game.
No, you're absolutely right, and you know that is something that, especially when I've coached my team before, you know, like we've seen matches where they go down, you know, 4-5, 6-1 or 6-2. And that last goal, making sure that you are on the upper hand at the end of that first match, whether that first match is a win or a loss, is amazingly important for that momentum going into that second game. And it really all is so much about competitiveness is the mentality of it all, and you know that momentum is part of it.
Definitely is. Totally agree. Yeah, one of the things that we have focused a lot on is your mentality going into a game. I know you've talked about this with your squad consistently in MMR scouting. Right?
Absolutely.
So you look at the MMR scout, you say, hey, you're not going to look at those guys MMR.
And there it is.
And there it is. That's right. That's a huge momentum goal for those guys on this side. The Hitmonlee side has now got a little bit of momentum because they know they can score, and they're going to do it again, I think.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that goes back to exactly what you're talking about right now. We're going to close out this match, and that's going to be the last goal of that first match. So already moving into that second match, Hitmonlee, despite this initial loss, is going to be entering in with the upper hand in terms of the momentum, right? They ended on the offensive side of the ball. The other team ended on the defensive side of the ball.
They're carrying this momentum. He's going to score that. Oh, it was so close. Oh, my goodness. Midas, Crazy had a great pass, and Midas was almost there, but didn't happen. Oh my, as we say, the ball's just being, these guys just have so much control. They keep it up for as long as they want to.
I think, that is a 4-2 win for Onyx in this game number 1 to start us off. But going into the second game of this best of 3, I would argue that we are going to see a very different Hitmonlee side than we saw in this first match.
Yeah, I think we will. And if you just sneak a peek at the scoreboard, Onyx with, what is it, 14 shots on goal. I mean, the offensive presence over there it was pretty wild. So I think that they took that momentum of those first shots and then kept running with it.
No, you're definitely right. Turtle was one of the ones that held him down on the defensive side of the ball with having the most saves and assists for his team.
Yep.
But Kronos and Maxwell, continuous offensive pressure there. As we see for the Hitmonlee side, they racked up 6 saves there. So they definitely made him work for it. But on the other hand, we're seeing a solid amount of shots from that Hitmonlee side as well. We're seeing around the 10 number from the Hitmonlee side. So it's not by any stretch of the imagination a huge differential in terms of performance in that first game. That scoreboard just reflects a little bit of an early head start for that Onyx side. But heading into match number 2, I promise you we will see a very different Hitmonlee side, and this could end up going to a game 3.
I really think that Hitmonlee, if they get their heads together, shake off that first loss, and then jump into this, they can take this game.
Absolutely. No, I think you're 100% correct on that. But we are loading into game number 2 of our first match of the night as we speak, Hitmonlee versus Onyx, and here we go.
Here it is. And the back and forth begins. No quick 5-second goals this time. I think that we all have learned our lesson from the first one. But as I say that, Onyx gets 2 demos and start pushing the ball up. And Midas says, I can demo too, brother. Here I am.
And another one.
It's a little demo heavy right now.
Crazy
Midas, crazy.
Dribble.
Sorry, it's crazy. Midas came up with him. Crazy was there for the air dribble. Did not happen. Vex gets demoed. This is going to be a change of possession. The Onyx boys are going to push the ball up the field and steal the boost. But Midas is going to have a shot, but gets deflected at the last second. Vex Clover's there, puts a good power shot on the goal. Yeah, we need to see our senior step up tonight, I think, a little bit. What do you say, Box Turtle?
No, you're definitely right. That would be Midas for that Hitmonlee side, and then Kronos and Tortle for that Onyx side. This is their chance, right? They're approaching graduation. They're approaching that opportunity to go to college in general, whether that be for Rocket League or not. This is one of their opportunities that they have left to make a name for themselves, make themselves known.
It definitely is 100%. Hopefully they can wake up a little bit. Kronos is there. He's trying to get a touch. He's got no boost. He says, got to rotate, boys. Leave it up to you, Mr. Turtle. But Vex Clover's up.
Yeah, Vex Clover. Couldn't quite get it. That's just right. On the outside of that post on the upper 90.
Oh, Midas is dribbling. He's got the dribbles going. He's going to get a touch. Oh, he doesn't. He slows it down. Fakes a little bit. Oh, here's Vex.
Vex Clover going to look to follow that up, try to put that into the middle, but does get bumped there by Maxwell. It's crazy is there to follow it up, and Maxwell gets the demo on Midas, just taking away him from the offensive pressure altogether. Excellent flick there by Kronos as he's looking to carry this down, maybe get a second one off to his teammate. Couldn't quite get it, just over top of that backboard.
Ooh, what a shot from the Tortle. Almost put it right in the upper 90.
Yeah. At this point in the last game, it was already 3-1. If that gives you any indication of what level of play we're looking here with the two teams. As we say that, Hitmonlee is taking the scoreboard first, taking it up 1-0 with just under 3 minutes remaining in Game 2. And just like we said, Hitmonlee is coming back, carrying off that momentum, and they take their first lead of the series.
That's right. It's a great beat by Midas to pass that to Vex. So he was definitely making a heads-up play. Shout out to our senior there.
Yeah, excellent team play there and excellent chemistry awareness from both Midas and his teammate there on that goal. Absolutely incredible.
Tortle is getting an opportunity. Got 45 boosts. He says, I'm open. Give me the pass. There's Cronus. He's there as well. The pass comes out from Maxwell, and hey, Cronus is there.
Maxwell?
Maxwell, that's what I said. Sorry.
Maxwell?
Maxwell.
He's French.
Yeah. You like that?
Kronos, another senior in this match, leveling it up for the Onyx side to make it a 1-1 game, approaching halftime, and we have ourselves a pretty tightly contested match number 2.
Yes, we do. It is 1-1. We're half the way through this one. Ooh, Vex is going to have an opportunity to clear this one. He's got 30 boosts. Midas runs out, but he gets a shot on the goal. It's hanging out in the middle, and Crazy comes up from the top, says, hey, Midas, thanks for the pass. Here it comes.
It's like we almost opened the floodgates with these two teams. One person scores, and then it's just goal after goal after goal.
It's that mental game, man. I'm telling you what, I think these teams are very evenly matched in their skills, so they're just going through that mental game.
No, you're definitely right. I completely agree with you. And, you know, that feeds into everything we've been talking about and about the mentality heading into these different games. Yeah. And recognizing that when the other team scores, it's time for you to score, not time for you to turtle up.
I love the turtle reference. Look at you.
I know, right? There's 2 turtles
we
here.
We should get you a turtle, Box Turtle.
Let's do it. You going to buy me a turtle?
I'll
take care of it. I
missed it. It was your birthday Wednesday. Happy late birthday. Everybody shout out to Box Turtle. It was his birthday on Wednesday.
Yesterday, yeah. Oh, thank you.
That was Wednesday. Gosh, I thought it was Friday. I totally lost that all bearing. I don't know what's going on.
No,
yesterday was your birthday.
It was indeed my birthday.
Happy birthday, bud. I'm so excited.
Thanks.
I should have got you a turtle.
Should have. I would have taken it.
I'm a terrible friend.
I would have, taken care of it.
I don't think you would have.
No animals were harmed in the making of the stream.
That's why we didn't get him a turtle, folks. Oh, Crazy's going to have a shot.
We're having a little bit of a runaway here. And Maxwell is there to clear that ball away. There was a little bit of a 2-on-1, but Maxwell with the excellent defensive positioning. But Crazy is there to sink that 3rd goal to give them a 2-goal lead here with approaching a minute left.
Yeah, a great challenge by Vex just to get it centered, and nobody was there to follow it up, so Crazy said, hey, I am willing and able. I will score for the team. Thank you for the pass, Mr. Vex Clover.
You are starting off in rare form. Usually it takes 3 or 4 matches to get you there, but you are starting off the night in rare CJ form. Midas looking for that double touch there. Couldn't quite get that.
Ooh,
He's able to keep that offensive pressure on by keeping this ball at midfield. Going to try and steal a boost if he can, but not quite. Does win a 50 to keep that ball alive, but Maxwell is there to push that back into the corner. And already we're seeing Midas. Midas is definitely playing a little bit more patient than we've seen, I think, in previous matches with him.
Yeah.
But he is making the correct touches and the correct plays. As we see a pass come up here to his teammate from Midas, couldn't quite sink that in. As Vex Clover not able to follow that up.
Oh, it's off. Oh, but Maxwell
is there.
Maxwell.
And we are approaching the end of this game. 30 seconds remaining. It is 3-2. We have ourselves a very tightly contested game number 2 here.
A great pass. A great score.
Absolutely.
Onyx. We'll see if they can score one within the next 38 seconds.
Hitmonlee is looking to hold on to this 1-goal lead to keep themselves alive in this winner's bracket. Onyx is trying to close out the sweep here by scoring 1 more goal for themselves at least and taking this to overtime.
Oh, a bump. A bump from Midas and a demo from Vex Clover.
Vex Clover, yes.
Oh.
As Onyx sinks it to make this a tie game at 3-3 with just under 20 seconds remaining. And we have ourselves a game. Nobody wants to go home yet.
He does. Cronus came out with a bump and a shot. He was quick on the rotation and just beat everybody there. And he, my friends, is a senior looking for you a school to go to.
This is an excellent performance here by this Onyx side to come back in this game number 2. This Hitmonlee side has been pretty dominant in terms of possession numbers, but this Onyx side is rallying back, keeping alive, and they are still inching closer to taking away to a victory as we approach overtime. Potentially, that ball is still up in the air. And anything can happen, as we've seen from these kids at this high level.
Oh, my goodness. He almost got that touch, my dude. That was crazy.
And we have ourselves the first overtime of this game night. The first match of the night. We hit an overtime.
That's right.
I love it.
Onyx needs it to move on in the winner's bracket. Hitmonlee needs it to stay alive to go to game 3.
That's what we were saying before this tournament started today is,
I don't know
all
who's
these,
win.
Yeah, I have no idea. All these teams are so evenly contested. I'm fully anticipating at least one overtime in every single matchup. As we say that, Kronos not able to sink the shot. Vex Clover is there for this amazing save. An inch slower, and he is not saving that ball.
He's quick on his feet. He's the opposite of a turtle. That's what you need to do.
Speaking of turtle, going up for the shot, couldn't quite sink it. Not as good of a turtle as me. Vex Clover looking to play that ball back in.
I know those watching have experienced the tournament that is now in Rocket League, which we've loved playing. It's been very exciting, but the Box Turtle's yet to carry me to a win, so
I won one the other night.
Yeah.
And
I wasn't
weren't
there. That's right. I wasn't
that's probably why we won. Kronos is looking to carry this ball up, taking it over to the half side of the field. Looking to get that second touch off the carry. Couldn't quite keep that alive. Vex Clover, maybe a slight miss hit there as the shot's coming in from
Midas. Be there. Oh
my
man.
goodness.
What a shot by Maxwell.
Maxwell with an amazing second shot there off of that backboard pass to himself. Just getting that angle to sink that perfectly into that top right corner. And that will be a 2-0 victory in this match for Onyx.
Onyx.
We were both wrong.
Showing up.
We were both totally wrong.
And the pregame show. This is the Box Turtle Pathfinder pregame show. We
true.
both had Hitmonlee taking it.
It's true.
We did.
We did. And we're both incredibly wrong.
We're incredibly wrong. Well, hey, I like being wrong every now and again. Sometimes it's a nice surprise, right?
Definitely not incredibly wrong. I mean, Hitmonlee's side played incredible. I'm fully anticipating every match to go either way. I don't think that there's anything a whole lot separating a lot of these teams. All of these kids are immensely talented.
They are.
But well played to Hitmonlee. You played amazing. You will absolutely be looking to make a run inside that loser's bracket. But congratulations to Onyx. They are moving on into the second round of this winner's bracket.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
Onyx won that match right there.
Glad you're here with me, Pathfinder. But we are going to take a quick break, get a couple things set up for you in this next match, and we'll be right back with you to cover Match Night 2.
Welcome back to Fall Nationals Season 1 finale double elimination tournament tonight. I was with the Box Turtle, but I've upgraded to the Bear Light.
Oh man, that's quite the introduction. I appreciate it.
Hey man, it's an upgrade from the Box Turtle. Like, don't let that guy come back over here. Man. I'm not about that.
Good thing he disappears and doesn't hear you say this, because I think he'd be a little bit upset, to be honest. But I agree.
Awesome.
Oh,
well, thanks for joining me, Chris. I know you're a local Charlotte streamer, and the first that you've been on the Fall Nationals, but thanks for joining us tonight, man. I'm really excited to have you here.
It's absolutely my pleasure. Yeah, I've been wanting to do this for a minute, so I'm glad that that I was able to come on. Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, as we talk about Fall Nationals, we are going to talk about our next matchup, which is going to be Tauros versus Charizard on the top of the bracket. These are two talented squad. Tauros actually went undefeated in their league play.
Yeah.
So they are a team to look out for, and let's do their roster introduction really quickly. The Tauros squad coming at us right meow is going to be Radical, Cosmic Flippy, and McFlurry. All ready to go. All great players. We've seen some awesome things from this squad. I think they come out. They have a lot of teamwork. They played together before this. Actually, all go to the same. Well, two of them go to the same high school. I'm sorry, Radical and Cosmic Flip. We go to a local high school here in Charlotte. But I'm excited to see the good things from this roster.
Yeah, definitely. And there's a couple seniors featured there as well with Radical and Cosmic Flippy. And like you said, that chemistry is very important. If you go to the same school, you can communicate all the time. Maybe not all the time, but they do have those communication pathways that they can go through. And it's very important as you talk to individuals, as you talk as a team, that can definitely translate into communication in the gameplay to make them play a whole lot better in some sense of the word. So it's going to be a good team, I think, and I'm expecting a lot from this team as far as chemistry and seeing what they can do passing plays-wise. So we'll see when it comes to it.
That's right. Totally agree. And next up, go ahead, Chris, give us the next one.
And we got Charizard is team number 2, made up of Dolphin Man. We got Vortex and Nyx as well. I'm not sure if Nyx is actually playing in this one or not. So I think we have a fill-in for him, which is going to be a Boo Nut, I believe.
Boo Nut. All right, so we got Boo Nut. We got the others on that squad as well. So the Charizard squad coming out. And they did pretty well in their bracket as well. I think that this team was a top 4 within their league. So they showed that they can come out swinging. And I think that it's going to be a good matchup between these two very talented squads.
Definitely. And one thing to know about Charizard as well is they do play at that top level too. Grand Champion from last season, we had a recent update when Epic took over. And one of the things that happened was adding new ranks, GC1, so Grand Champ 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. And then on top of that, Supersonic Legend absolutely is very tough to get to. There's only about 5 people in 3v3s right now at that top level. there's not a lot of players, but they're very close to that top level. I would put them in the ballpark of 1,700, 1,800, so very good players for sure. So again, though, chemistry is important, so we'll see if they can get it together early.
Yes, we will. We're going to take a look quickly at our bracket, what has been updated. Let's look at these teams really quick. As you see, we are moving through the bracket. We just saw Onyx and Hitmonlee go through, and you can see the brackets being updated. It's also in the chat, so if you want to keep up to some of your favorite teams, maybe you have a son or daughter playing in this tournament, or maybe you're following a particular player on one of these rosters, make sure to check that bracket out in the link. But we are excited to get through this Season 1 finale. We are going to jump into the match really quickly here, and we're going to see the Tauros versus the Charizard squad. Which squad are you taking, Mr. Bearlight?
So we love an underdog, right? We have to take the underdog. And Tauros is expected to win this game. A lot of people do at least, but I'm going to go against it. I'm going to go Charizard in this one. Who you got as we see the gameplay start underway?
That's right. I'm going to go Tauros. I'm going to go against you on this one, and we'll see who ends up the winner on the prediction scale between Bearlight and I.
All right, off the bat, they put on some pressure, but Vortex going to put it down the field now. Easily handled by Cosmic. Trying to jump right back on it, but again, Charizard right on it on the defensive end. A chance from Dolphin, but a good job stepping up from that senior. It's Radical, and he'll find a teammate at Cosmic and try to play it in the zone. And you'll see this Tauros squad get to the box like that one, just high a follow-up, and that one goes in, and Radical, right on cue, he'll make it 1-0.
Oh, that's quick. You see it come out from the Tauros squad. They are putting the pressure on, put 3 shots on the goal really quickly, and making that Charizard squad work right at the beginning of the match.
They do. They find the box. They get in to the dirty areas is what we call it now, where it's right in front of the opponent's goals, right? And it makes it very difficult if you can connect those passes across, and it's easier said than done, but they definitely connected on the first one. And now we'll have Boonut, but it's going to be put back in the zone by Tauros, and a follow-up, and nobody's back for that one. They didn't expect Radical again. He is popping off early, only 48 seconds in, and it's 2-0 Tauros.
Yeah, the hyper-aggression on the Tauros squad is definitely paying off for them right now.
Yes, they have put shot after shot on, and it's so early too. So again, both teams trying to figure it out, but it looks like Tauros definitely has the head start.
They do for sure. Cosmic Flippy's got 30 boosts. He's got a little time and space, but isn't able to pull through. Runs out of boosts, and McFlurry tries to play some defense, keep the Charizard folks out.
That'll be Radical again. He's going to try to grab possession. He does. It's a little flick off, but it's going to be fielded in middle. So it'll be Dolphin Man stepping up. A bouncer tries to get a bump on, but McFlurry able to avoid that one and get it out of the zone.
A great avoid from McFlurry, getting away from that bump so that he can at least play defense a little bit. A heads-up play by him.
Now Tauros showing their defense and passing plays. That's over to McFlurry. He'll take a shot. It's weak, though. Easy cleanup from Dolphin Man. Now across. Radical again with a shot. The Vortex easily cleans it up. We'll try to find a teammate down. It's going to be Boonut. Has a chance. One-on-one situation goes high, but a great save from McFlurry.
Once again, McFlurry playing defense for his team. He's showing up tonight in this Season 1 finale.
It has been quite the spectacle so far, and Tauros has been sound in their defensive rotations. You'll always know somebody there. In fact, you'll see Cosmic right now. He's going to trap the zone. Over McFlurry across. It's down, but it stays out for now. They try to escape. They finally do, up and over Cosmic, and tries one more touch. They do get it across, but again, the rotational play in the defensive zone from Tauros has been huge. Again, they step it up. And now the offensive pressure continues. It's been Tauros in the offensive zone for a majority of this game.
It has, man. They are controlling the ball. They are putting shots on. And I say that, as I say that, Vortex beats 2 across. Does not get the boost, though. But there might be a shot from the Dolphin, man. Oh, so close. Boonut tries to come in, clean it up for Dolphin, but isn't able to do so. Radical turns to the counter, starts going downfield.
It'll be Dolphin Man. Plays it to himself off the sidewall. It'll be a 50 that goes across, but it'll be Radical right there to play it right back in the zone off the back wall now, but stepping up on it perfectly is Boonut. But again, just the right place. It's the third man back in rotation. That's very important when it comes to defensive pass across, and a shot from Cosmic finds its way through. It's 3-0.
Man, they are just, it's so crazy to watch them. They know exactly where their teammates are. They know exactly where they want to put the ball. They don't clear it to the other side just to clear it. They clear it to push to their teammates so they can capitalize on the scoring opportunities. And so they are looking really good.
They have been looking very sharp, and we were talking about the dirty areas, the box right in front of the opponent's zone, finding that pass across the field. Some teams look to go and use walls to try to play it across, but they just have a clean 1-2 punch in the middle, and it's been effective so far. There's no doubt about it. It'll be Radical now trying to control. Tapped up by Dolphin Man to keep the zone. Here's Boonut as they try to get something working now. They've been dominated so far. Vortex with a shot. Nobody can get to that one, though. So now Vortex finally putting one on the board for Charizard.
There you go. You see Vortex Boonut comes across, just pops one over, Cosmic Flippy, and Vortex puts it in.
Well done. Just a sound play. They've been missing that so far. I mean, it's a minute 41 left, so they still have plenty of time to try to get some of the same production that they just saw. But it's just the good sign is for Charizard is they're taking advantage of the opportunities that arise, and right on cue, they do it again.
Yeah, definitely are. Vortex comes up, and Dolphin says, hey, I'm your lead blocker. Let's get Cosmic out of the way. Delays him enough. Vortex just rolls it on in there.
And right inside for football season, too. So
it totally is. Everyone needs a good lead blocker in Rocket League. We see a lot of demos. I like seeing the demos. What about you, Bear Lad? Are you a big fan of the demo plays?
Honestly, people get upset about it all the time. I don't know why. It is part of the game, and if you can use it effectively, like we just saw, it can be a big difference maker. And so I'm not mad at it. If it happens to me, that just means I need to learn how to avoid it a little bit better, get out of the way, avoid the bumps, and that just wasn't the case. A chance for Boonut. Applies it back in now. With a minute 12 seconds left, it's looking like Charizard stepping up again. More physicality coming out.
That's right. We love to see the physical plays. Yeah, we love to see it all. It's good. We want to see the lead blockers come out. Boon out. He's got enough. Oh, but he did speed on the 50 a little bit. Radical's going to get a touch, but he's got no boost. He needs some help from McFlurry. McFlurry gets beat again, and there's only Cosmic Flippy alone. We'll see if he's able to do something with it.
Oh, close.
It was close.
They finally escaped the zone. I don't know what Charizard is saying in comms, but something is working for them. They have showed up. I think they just kind of set some nerves aside. They've calmed down a little bit. You can definitely see it in their play.
Yeah.
As now Vortex up for this one, looking for the hat trick, just high. The follow-up is blocked, though, and they can't find the back of the net. They still got 25 seconds to push, and they've had an onslaught of offense.
They definitely have. Cosmic Flippy. He clears it up to the center and gives it right back. But I say that as McFlurry is there. He gets the double touch.
10 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's a shot. Cosmic gets up. Good block, but it's still in the middle. But it's touched last by Tauros. But that's going to set up Vortex here up to get his teammate. They keep it up. It's still in the air, but they can't get to it. And the run was just a little bit too late from Charizard, and Tauros takes game one.
Yes, they did. Tauros coming out. Really strong game one for them. We saw a lot of pressure in the beginning, and they kind of actually leaned off a little bit. And what's wild about this whole thing, when you see the scoreboard, Charizard puts more shots on the goal.
They do. They've been putting a lot of pressure, and a lot of that was towards the end of this game.
It was.
If they show up at the first half of this game and play the same way that they just played, then they definitely are the favorites to take game number 2.
That's right. Yeah, we'll see if Charizard can come out swinging for the next one. Sometimes it takes one game to really settle in, right? Really settle in. Especially, this is one of their first matches of the night in the entire bracket, right? So maybe a little bit of those nerves showing up for them. Also, and they're playing we know that the Tauros squad is going to come out swinging. They have been all season. Their passes have been on point. Absolutely. And it's just, you got to beat those guys in their passes. You got to break up those passes because you know they're coming through the midfield right now.
Definitely. And it's important to get that game one out of the way. That being said, it is a best-of-3 series here. It is. So you have to start off early, and that's a huge win and a huge point from Tauros, because the fact that they can jump out to that 1-0 lead, now they only have one to go, right? So they want to end it now, because if you give up a win to Charizard at this point in time, the momentum swings in that favor. They just have to end it now. They have to come out the same way they did, get that momentum rolling, so we can see if they do it here in this game number 2.
Yeah, let's see if they can jump out this game winner number 2. Let's see if they can hold them back. Let's try and, I say that. Radical puts his shots on, and woohoo! Almost was a quick one for Tauros, but some great defense by Dolphin Man.
Well played. Here's McFlurry trying to push in the zone, but Vortex is a touch. The follow-up's off the post, and now they have numbers if they can press, but McFlurry takes care of Vortex, who's trying to get the bump on him instead, but it's still there. Can they get to it? They can't. And now Charizard riding that momentum from the second half of that first game, and they take the 1-0 lead.
They do. Dolphin Man with a great touch just beats Cosmic Flippy by a little bit to that ball and is able to put it in the goal.
Very nicely done, and very early, a good strike from Charizard to get things rolling in game 2. I think they made the appropriate adjustments against this Tauros team.
Yeah, I think they definitely have started reading the book a little bit of tactics, and they're making it work.
They definitely have figured something out. There's no doubt about it, as Boonut will get the next touch. Nobody was back, though. That could have been on net, but unfortunately, not the momentum or the velocity that they wanted on that one, and now it'll be McFlurry off the back wall. Here's Cosmic. Trying to touch it back to a teammate, but nobody available here, so it'll be Dolphin Man in the zone. He'll put it off the back wall. Boonut can't get to it, though. Vortex going to have to play back on this one because here's the last man back. Doesn't want to let Tauros push, but they're still going to get the opportunity here. Up for his Radical. He'll put it off back wall now, trying to get a touchdown. A shot, but what a save from this Charizard squad, and the counterattack almost goes if it was not for McFlurry.
McFlurry got the best touch of his life right there to save it for the boys, so a great touch by him. Radical is going to clear it to their side, gets one off the wall, is using his 30 boost, passes it, and once again, we see the passing plays come out. He says, hey, I'm middle, pop it up to me, Radical, and he's there. He puts the pass on, right on. Boom.
Pretty much deja vu from that game number 1. The exact same spots in that dirty area, right in the box, right?
Yep.
Found the same type of plays. If it works, don't change anything.
That's right. That synergy is just unmatched right now from the Tauros squad. We have not seen anybody come out with the amount of synergy that this squad has had. But Charizard keeping up with them in this game too, as I say that.
They are, and they struck first, but it was very important, and it was up to Tauros to try to change the momentum back in their favor, and I think they've done a little bit of that as they continue to press in the offensive zone until Vortex is going to step over, a touch across, a shot on. It was just high. Follow-up chance from Cosmic. Flippy, he's able to put it in for the 2-1 lead, 2 unanswered to take the lead.
One thing I haven't really touched on that I think needs to be kind of talked about, the Charizard squad, there's no seniors over there. These are all underclassmen showing up. 2 really, really good seniors right now.
They are. They've done a good job of not only hanging around, but putting points on the board and swinging some momentum. The thing is, though, Tauros is they're more experienced, I suppose, especially with one another. We were talking about the chemistry before this game even got underway.
Yeah.
Before the series got underway. So they've been proving that when they get down and the momentum shifts, they know how to make the adjustments. They know how to play with one another. And we'll see if they can set something up here as Radical tries to go across. Nobody available for that shot. McFlurry going to step up on it, though. On the chance, but the rotation's pretty solid from Charizard, so they're not allowing much. In fact, that Queer is going to come down the field.
Dolphin with the pass. Pops it over one, but isn't able to get it all the way. Cosmic's going to clear it up to the center, and Boonut is going to be there with some boost to push that back over. But somebody gets a good 50 and puts it back in the Charizard corner of things. Dolphin isn't able to beat whoever that was, and they're kind of just hanging out in the middle of the map for a little while, I think.
I think they are, and Charizard is definitely trying to get the physicality going again. We saw a demo out of Boonut. A chance for a double touch here from Cosmic, but I will get the angle, but does play it back from Radical, who's going to snipe top shelf 3-1.
Yeah, man, what a shot. Cosmic Flippy gets one off the wall, says, hey, Radical. Just Vortex with an unlucky 50 on that one. I mean,
yeah,
that's tough.
Cosmic kind of forced it into him, too. A little bit of a half flip. He knew exactly where Vortex was to get that 50 to play it right back to Radical. So a clever play. And again, we see them swing the momentum back in their favor. Who's Boonut trying to get it across.
There's a pass right there. We see from Boonut to Vortex coming out.
Yeah, they're finally finding some passing plays on the Charizard side, which is really good to see.
I'd like to see it.
No doubt about it. Here's Boonut trying to get a touch. He does. Crafty. And now Radical is forced to backtrack a little bit. Dolphin Man up on it. Gets a pop. It's going to go off back wall. Can they get to it? McFlurry had plenty of boost to get to it. And missing is Radical, though. And now it's going to allow a shot on. But Cosmic gets up and makes the save.
Yes, Cosmic with another good save. He's been in the backfield. He's been doing really well back there, playing defense. He's got the goalie gloves on tonight.
He's been stepping up big time, but another one comes through. The McFlurry of goals, as it were. 4-1 now for this Tauros squad. And they wanted to end it, and they want to end it now, because with a minute 18, it's a large hole to dig out for Charizard.
Yeah, it is, and they did not expect McFlurry to come and challenge that, just putting the pressure on consistently. And you see, I think this Tauros squad's able to do that because they know that their teammates are there. They know that they're going to back them up, so they take those opportunities because they know their teammates are watching, and they're not pushing with them, and the double commits don't come out as much from this squad.
Incredible performance from Tauros when they seemed to be down, which wasn't often
No.
Not often at all, but they didn't hang their heads. I mean, 4 unanswered in this game number 2, I should say. Don't want to get ahead of myself, but they're looking pretty good. And with 4 unanswered now, it's got to be definitely a little bit tough for a Charizard to try to swing anything here at this point. But just solid play again. A couple of seniors, like we were talking about, on this Tauros team, including the one you're looking at right now, Radical. Definitely a promising future ahead of this individual, because he just shows up on the opposite side, but not so fast. Here's Dolphin Man. He's going to put it back within 2 with 31 seconds left.
Dolphin Man, one of the first guys I saw. I remember night 1 when we were doing some casting. We casted a match with Charizard. I think it maybe had been Charizard and Pikachu. And Dolphin Man was all over the place. And truthfully, he's really been all over the map on this one, too. He's been playing really, really well for that Charizard squad all season. And is not letting up now. He says, hey, we still got an opportunity, boys. Let's put one in real quick.
Yeah, and they do need a goal here within the next 10 seconds, I would say, to try to have a chance. But right now, they can't do it when they're in the defensive zone. That goes back to the trap play coming out from Tauros, who will continue to just waste some time. And I think they've done it. It's at 8 seconds left. It's going to be difficult, and it's looking like Tauros is going to take this series and try to play in, try to get one more, but
that's going to be game, boys.
That'll be it.
We're going to dance around. We're going to play we're going to play a little bit more. We're going to play a little bit longer, a little bit overtime. We get to watch. Cosmic pushes it off the wall. We're just waiting for one bounce, and we get it. And Tauros, they take game number 2 and the series.
They do, and with the dominating fashion, we saw some promise out of Charizard. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
They came out swinging. They got the momentum back at the end of game 1.
They did.
Pushed into game number 2 and got that first goal. But from there on out, it was all Tauros yet again, just like it was in game 1. So excellently played from this team. I think all 3 of them played more as a team. They found each other in the right opportunities, not only in the offensive zone, but they knew when to back up a teammate whenever they were having trouble in the defensive end. They were able to find their teammates in the defensive end in order to eliminate challenges from the other team and get it out of their zone. That was very important. They were able to capitalize on that. So good to see from Tauros, and they'll be moving on to the next round in the winner's bracket.
They will be moving on, and we will be right back. We're going to show you the bracket after this and the next matchup that we're going to jump into. Stay tuned to watch some more Fall Nationals Season 1 Rocket League.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of the Fall Nationals. We're bringing you back to the final bracket. We apologize for the delay. We were working our way through some of the winners and losers bracket matches, getting everything in order, but we are back here to bring you another match for this evening. I'm obviously Boxster. I'm back taking Pathfinder spot, and of course with me is Bearlight, my cohort for this one. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man.
This is the first match we've ever casted together.
It was, or it is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. But we have a great match for you, so we are taking you back to the winners final bracket, not the winner's final, excuse me, the winner's side of the bracket here. We are going to see the Eevee squad facing up against the Tauros squad. Now, these are obviously 2 very, very, very good rosters. These are pretty, insanely talented teams. But just a quick update, we will send you over to that portion of the bracket here to give you a quick update on what exactly that looks like. So as you can see, we're working our way through a good bit of that round 1 and round 2 of the winner's side of the bracket here. Eevee and Tauros are, of course, meeting each other in round 4. Below that, we do have Onyx and Dragonite going to be facing off. And so far, we've seen some pretty incredible teams. I think there's a couple upsets that happened in that round 2. There's a couple things that could have gone either way, but nonetheless, we're heading into a really, really important matchup here for both of these teams.
Definitely is. And when you look at these 2 teams, Eevee just had an outstanding seasonal play. They bond so well, and one of the main focuses of this team is the senior K-Frost. He can pop off in an instant, but it does take a full team effort in order to get through to the next round. But to have a senior in the leadership that we see from K-Frost is outstanding, so it's gotten them a long way in this tournament. And I just got off casting Tauros, so last game, that's what we saw, last series, and this team is really solid too. But one of the things to note about Tauros is they love that inward passing that happens right in front of the box. We talked about it last series, but the thing is, with Eevee, they play such a quick game, they're going to intercept a lot of those passes that we didn't see in the last matchup. So I think that Eevee's going to be on their game in order to cut off those passing in the middle. So I think Eevee's going to force them to play their style of game rather than Tauros being able to run the table and get those passes across. It'll be definitely fun to watch.
No, you're definitely right. It'll be a very interesting game for sure. There's going to be definitely a clash of styles here. And obviously, we'll take a look at that Tauros roster as well. We have a couple seniors making up that side. 2 of these kids are local. The entire team is made up of seniors with Radical McFlurry and Cosmic Flippy. I do have a little side bet with Cosmic Flippy that depending on his placement, him and I might have a 1v1 at the end of this. But nonetheless, this Tauros squad, they have been playing together for quite some time. They are local to Charlotte. We have seen them in a couple tournaments that we've run in the past. We've talked about them before. But ultimately, a really, really talented team. And without further ado, I think we're going to take you into this first match to get everything squared away and get you guys loaded in. Who do you think is going to take this, Bearlight?
Again, it goes back to what I said. Both of these teams have their strong points, right? But I think Eevee has the advantage in this one just simply because their defensive rotation is a little bit stronger than Tauros faced in the last matchup. So I think Eevee takes this one. I don't think it'll be easy. I do think it's going to be a 2-1 ending result for this Eevee squad. I think Tauros will give them a run for their money, but I guess we'll find out here as we're into game number 1. And McFlurry put up the pressure right off the bat, but it'll be Patty from the back wall, kind of mishandling it, though, and giving him a chance. But Tauros will have to reset here. Cosmic Flippy. It's across, a chance. Radical can step up on this one, but Patty just baits him in and able to get a touch out. And forcing McFlurry to make the save off the bat. So, again, that strong rotation from Eevee off the bat.
No, you're definitely right. And I do think I'm going to take the opposite side of this, right? I've seen this Tauros squad a lot. I've given them, I have not given them enough credit for how incredible they've been in the past. I've talked a lot of junk, but they are an incredibly talented side. They do have the offensive prowess and the chemistry, right? So much of what we talked about so far in this tournament has been the ability for these teams to build that chemistry and that team play and work together on these things. And I do think that this is going to be a Tauros victory, but like you said, this could go either way, and whatever the contest is, whatever the result is, I do think it's going to be very close.
It will be. It'll be a battle to the end. There's no doubt about it here as we see McFlurry going to turn on this one. Does get a touch past one, but again, the follow-up so quick from Zen there on Eevee's side. And cutting off those passes just like we said off the bat, but now it'll be Tauros back in the zone. Third man in, it's going to be McFlurry, going to try to get a pass off across, but it's going to hang in the corner instead, drops it off for a teammate. It's across, Radical in the driver's seat, but across to make a save is Eevee, and they try to press it out, but a demo comes out, and now we see Tauros working some offense. They play that trap game just like we saw in the last series.
No, you're totally right. And, you know, there's a couple times in offensive possession there where they didn't quite get the touches that they were necessarily looking for on that offensive side, but excellent rotations and speed there from that Tauros side to be able to keep that pressure on the Eevee side of the ball. I mean, so far what we've seen is that both of these teams are immensely quick and have the ability to put pressure on both sides of the ball. As we say that, and Patty scoring the first goal here for the Eevee side to take a 1-0 lead over Tauros with just under 2 minutes played so far in this game 1.
K-Frost and Patty with some great back and forth passing there. Notice that Patty was on the wall in order to get it up to him. So a give and go, if you will, and then putting it in the front is K-Frost, that great passing that we talked about before.
And that will get this scoring round of this matchup started here with Eevee kicking us off. I would imagine that Tauros is looking to answer relatively quickly to bounce back with some momentum as they are pushing back over to their side, to the Eevee side of the ball now. Radical maybe looking for that backboard, kind of sitting up there, looking to drop it to his teammate, and he does, but his teammate misses it. Cosmic Flippy not able to follow through on the amazing pass there from Radical off the backboard.
A great idea from Tauros. Good to see them set things up and try to work it, and some creativity coming off the back wall to try to get the pass down. The problem was no teammate available on that pass. If somebody's there in order to jump in, that is a goal, and a pretty one at that. This one's just floating back. It's dangerous. Trying to get the bump off, it doesn't matter regardless. Zen steps up and makes it 2-0.
Excellent positioning there from Zen. And like you said, we saw that bump come out, looking for that bump there on Radical to try and put that bump away, forces him into the air, and Zen just sneaks that into the top corner off of the mispositioning there by the Tauros side. And we're seeing that pretty commandingly in that first half. It is going to Eevee, but we are just entering the second half of this game 1, and Tauros still has plenty of time to transfer some momentum back over to their side of the ball.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of offensive pressure come out from Tauros. They made the creative plays. They just need to execute because they missed that one passage chance. Oh, it's just wide from Zen. And Tauros survives to see another day as they work it out now. Cosmic gets cut off by K-Frost. Off the back wall now, and a demo coming out from Patty will leave things relatively open. K-Frost with the touch, but it's going to be played from McFlurry, and he'll carry it back out. 1:52 left on the clock here, 2-0. for this incredible Eevee squad. They've been showing up in the offensive zone, and they're executing and taking advantage of opportunities more so than the Tauros squad at this point in time.
No, you're absolutely right. And when you get to this high level, it is not necessarily about who makes the more amazing play. It's about who makes fewer mistakes, right? Every mistake is going to be capitalized on by both sides of the ball, by both teams at this level. So it really does come down to, as we see almost a mistake come through, but Patty able to clear that ball away off of the backboard, away from the Tauros offense. And that is, again, amazing defensive positioning there from this Eevee side.
It indicates such the top-tier level play that comes out of Eevee. One person is always there to help out a teammate if they need it. So even if they miss, there's somebody to follow up really quickly and get the ball out of the zone. And we've definitely seen that from Eevee. One of the reasons why they're leading right now, as we'll see Zen try to go off the sidewall, but it'll be McFlurry putting in the pressure. A chance for Radical, but again, they're just not able to connect. They have the step 1, pass it across. Step 2, try to clear the way. But step 3 is putting the ball in the back of the net. They just haven't been able to do it quite yet. As more pressure mounts from this Eevee squad now, Cosmic trying to find McFlurry. He does. He'll be to the corner now. He'll try to get a touch across, but cutting it off is Zane. Well done by him. Now he'll have a chance to follow. I guess he didn't have the boost here because Cosmic is awkward, but Patty's going to step up on it now. 30 seconds left on the clock. The Tauros needs to score very quickly, maybe in the next 15 seconds, but it's hard to do that when Eevee puts on the offensive pressure we're seeing right now, 3-0 now.
Absolutely amazing pass there from the K-Frost back onto that sidewall, and Patty just sinking that ball into that top left 90. Could not have been more close, and that will probably seal this game 1 victory here for Eevee as we close into the last 24 seconds. But as we've seen, I mean, you've pointed out several times that Tauros has had plenty of opportunities to do a variety of different things on the offensive side. But the ability of that side, as we say that McFlurry is able to sink it in, and there is still a chance here as we have 2 goals enough to be scored to keep them alive with just 12 seconds remaining. It is not far-fetched, but it is going to be a difficult challenge, especially given the defensive prowess of this Eevee side.
Yeah, tough to kind of capture 2 goals in 12 seconds. But the thing is, we talked about it in the first series too, on this stream, where it's very important who scores the last goal. It might swing some momentum in your fashion if you are down. So this one's time's gonna tick off the clock here. And again, we also talked about the best of 3. It's important to start off quick, and that's exactly what Eevee did. So they will try to continue to build on that, but trying to get one more just for good measure. It's Radical of not able to finish, and that was the story for Tauros here as Eevee will capture game number 1.
Yeah, a little bit of a glimpse there from that Tauros side, exactly the chemistry that they have built. A team play coming from the entire backfield, 5 total passes leading up to that last shot where Radical just barely misses that to the right of the field. But what we can see there is that Tauros, despite how much they were on the Eevee side of the ball there, they only were able to put 3 shots on target, all of which were, of course, saved by that Eevee side, whereas the Eevee side putting on an incredible 10 shots of their own, forcing Tauros consistently back into their own net. I would imagine that the possession numbers for that match were relatively evenly split. I think the ball spent enough time on both sides of the field and the midfield for there to be no really any contest to decide whether or not you can decide a winner based off of possession alone. But the way in which they took those chances and capitalized on those offensive pressures from that Eevee side, I think just outweighed that Tauros side in that game 1.
I think it did as well. And the reason this was so close is because the game is about grade A chances. And as many shots as Eevee had on the net, the important ones are the ones that actually put on pressure. If you put a weak shot on goal, it can be easy cleaned up, especially with the rotations in the queen defensive rotations from both of these teams. So you're absolutely right. The reason it was so close, even though it was a 10-3 differential on shots, the reason it was so close is because you have to have those grade A chances. The passing from K-Frost up to Patty and back to him, and back and forth passing. That's what really makes the difference, is those grade A chances. Both had about the same amount, although Eevee had a bit more. But Tauros, they had the opportunities. They just weren't able to capitalize. But we start game number 2, 5 minutes on the clock, and here's the kickoff.
Patty and K-Frost, we know they're going to be looking for more passes that they can connect on. We saw them connecting on basically every single offensive chance there for this Eevee side. Of course, I mean, not to mention the other member of their team is not like they're not doing anything, but Patty and K-Frost were absolutely connecting on a variety of offensive chances there, and I'm absolutely positive they're going to be looking to do the exact same thing in this match.
Definitely. They have the chance, the unique chance to end it now. Having the game 1 is so important, but if Radical going to try to change that idea now as Cosmic tries to play it in, but it'll be Patty up in the air for this one. Radical trying to get a touch is going to allow McFlurry to come across, and this is where communication comes in handy. If you have two players very close to the ball, you have to decide who's going to go next, and it's all about the rotations, knowing who's next to go, and I think Eevee definitely had it down in game 1, and I think that's something that Tauros has to kind of gravitate to here.
No, you're absolutely right. You know, oh my gosh, the redirect from Patty off of the pass from Zin. Absolutely unreal positioning there. Came to a complete stop in his tracks and just flicked that ball over the top of the defense. Amazing pass play there. That was absolutely a shot that was going to be saved by Tauros, but Patty just sneaking that in with the spoiler of his car right off the top of the Stocktain there, just pushing that into the goal.
It's the doink that we've named it in Rocket League.
That was a definite doink.
And Eevee is so strong because they get every single player involved. You notice that all 3 players were in it to win it on that last play. So good stuff from Eevee, and they start off strong because they want to end it now. Again, like we said in the last series, you don't want to make it go to a game 3.
No, you're absolutely right. McFlurry there looking for a little bit of a bump, trying to push that ball back up to his teammate. Couldn't quite do that. Is now going to be the last man back, trying to flip this rotation, but does get demoed as Zin is going to be looking to push that up, just barely mishits that into the corner. And we're seeing a little bit slower of a start to this match for both teams here, but nonetheless, this Eevee side is still in the lead here, closing in on the final 3 minutes.
Ooh, and an important touch from K-Frost up on the wall, because Tauros knew that that bounce was going to go straight down. So it's very important to get up on that wall to get that save, or at least get a touch away from where the offense can handle it. Now at 3:07 left, again, it's 1-0. If you're just joining us, it is also 1-0 in this best-of-3 series in favor of Eevee, both situations. Here's a shot again, top shelf. It's hanging on the goal line, and they just mount the pressure on now. It comes off at Patty's car again. He's got 2 in this one. It's 2-0.
Absolutely incredible shot there from Patty again. Absolutely showing up and showing out in this match. Sneaking that onto the bottom of the crossbar. Just bounces that off the ground a couple times, and that will sneakily roll itself in. You know, so much of what we've seen so far is that midfield awareness and that midfield pressure from this Eevee side. So many of their chances have started from winning 50s or stopping the passes on the other side of the ball, as Cosmic Flippy is able to steal one away for Tauros on an open net off the pass there from Vratical. Vratical wins that 50 in the midfield. Cosmic Flippy with the awareness to come up and take a shot for himself, and we are back down to just a 1-goal differential approaching halftime.
Yeah, a rare breakdown on the defensive side from Eevee. We don't see that a whole lot, but it definitely happens. And again, we were talking about how communication is very important. They tried to step over. Somebody needed to be back on that play, but both committed as a second and third back, and you can't have that happen. Now, obviously, you'll have that free goal that we saw from Tauros, but hey, they'll take it, and they'll keep the momentum rolling because Cosmic's going to tie it at 2.
Excellent shot there from Cosmic off the pass. And again, Vratical pushing that off the side net. Cosmic Flippy just barely hitting that over the top of K-Frost and Zin. K-Frost probably looking to get a little bit of a touch, maybe a little slow to the rotation there, but that will be a goal for this Tauros squad, and we have ourselves an even game approaching halftime.
Vratical and Cosmic, both seniors this year, so good to see them step up and show some leadership, even though they're down in the series and they were down in the game as well. Having the presence of mind to try to get something working and try to get something started, and they definitely have the momentum here in this game. Number 2 as a demo comes out, but Vratical did just enough to keep it away from the net, and now they'll get the chance to press. They have numbers, but a missed shot, unfortunately, will allow Zin to try to get it out. He'll find Patty and work it over to K-Frost, back across, but no teammate available there, so now Tauros will try to jump onto it, but not so fast. K-Frost back across. A shot will be well defended by Cosmic. Here's K-Frost, letting it settle a little bit. Knows he has time, but not that much time, as Tauros will finally jump on it and try to end the defensive pressure. And now K-Frost will step up. And now these teams have kind of figured it out. It's more balanced here. Both teams playing responsible defensively, which we didn't see in the first half of this game.
Yeah, this Tauros squad is also stealing away a lot of those midfield opportunities. As Patty with the double touch off the backboard, sinking that in. Incredible angle. Follows up with that off the defense. McFlurry looking to get the save on, but Zin is able to bump him away. Excellent positioning there. I think bumps like that deserve to be counted as assists, but nonetheless, that will put a 1-goal differential again back for Eevee as they take another lead here in this series.
Debatable, That a bump should go. But I definitely agree it helps, right?
Oh, for sure.
So I would say that that's definitely key. The other part of that play, not only the bump from Zen, but you saw the patience. The patience from Patty popping it up in the air first just to beat one player and then allowing the bump to come through and then stepping up on it. It was a thing of beauty, and they recapture that lead. But now a chance across. The follow-up is there as well, but K-Frost is as well, and he'll jump on that one and try to move it out. He'll get a 50, but it hangs at midfield. And with 55 seconds left, Tauros trying to put something together here. Here's Radical will try to play it up to Cosmic. He'll get a touch off the back wall now, but K-Frost easily up for that one, and it goes straight down and misread from both sides, and another demo from Radical, and now they have a wide open net because of it. The physicality is so important. They take advantage of it and tie it at 3.
Absolutely amazing performance there from the Tauros squad. We see a 50 in a demo come out there of Radical in midfield. McFlurry able to sink that in, and what we're seeing here is that this Tauros squad is taking a note out of the Eevee book here. They're contesting a lot more at that midfield. They're winning a lot more 50s. They're taking control of a lot more passes from that offensive side from Eevee. As the ceiling shot comes in, K-Frost looking for his teammate, and he gets K-Frost, the senior, with the leadership, flicking that down to Zin, who sinks that into the middle of the net just past the defense. Absolutely amazing pre-flip there from Zin to sink that shot. I mean, what a pass, what a shot. That was incredible.
From that pre-flip from Zin, but usually you don't get a chance to have ceiling shots from at this level of play. This time it was the ceiling pass, but had enough time, K-Frost did, and he took advantage of it. And that's all about communication. Again, it goes back to it, because if you don't know that you have the time, you won't be able to set something up that beautiful. He did. And well done to recapture the lead here. 15 seconds remains on the clock. Eevee with the 4-3 lead, trying to end things now. Tauros trying to put something together here. They'll have the last run. It's a pop. Can they do it? Yes, it's Cosmic to tie it with 7 seconds left.
Cosmic Flippy, absolutely amazing there. This game has been absolutely back and forth this entire game too. Very different matchup from what we saw in game 1, but Cosmic Flippy coming in amazingly clutch. The senior showing up and showing out for his team to tie this up, closing into the last final seconds, hopefully looking for that overtime to stay alive.
Oh my goodness, what play, but another chance developed. Patty, the demo's out. Oh, he had a double touch chance, and we go to overtime.
I was ready for that one. I was ready for that to happen.
It was so close and well set up too. The demo came out everything, and we play overtime now. But a chance from K-Frost right off the bat, and he'll end it in game number 2, 5-4, only 5 seconds into overtime.
Patty winning that 50. Cosmic Flippy not quite getting the touch he was looking for there, but K-Frost sinking that goal into the middle of the net there, and Eevee will take the series 2-0 over Tauros. I mean, I don't know. That matchup could have gone either way, but that was an insane game.
That was incredible to watch. The back and forth effort. Tauros with the heart at the end to tie things up. But Eevee just taking over when it mattered most. They went down a little bit in this game, but they recaptured the lead when Tauros tied it up a couple of times, fighting off the 7 seconds left goal from Tauros. When they played into overtime, they said, hey, let's calm down, let's score one quick. It's exactly what they did. Incredible performance from both teams. It's exactly what we expected with this series. We knew it was going to be close, and although a 2-0 in the series wouldn't dictate that.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. And
doesn't give it justice.
I think if these two teams ended up on opposite sides of the bracket, this very easily could have been a championship preview. Both of these teams have been undefeated this entire series throughout September. Both of them have been incredible talents and have basically swept teams across the board. They've been incredible from a composure standpoint, but also from a chemistry and team play standpoint. So it's good to see those types of matchups happen, because that really puts it into perspective exactly the level of competition we're dealing with from these high schoolers. But excellent performance there from our senior squad in Tauros. GG's to you guys. Congratulations to Eevee, led by the senior there, K-Frost. An excellent performance from Patty and Zin as well. Across the board, amazing performance. But we were going to set up for the next match of the evening and get an updated bracket for you guys to let you know where we're at. We will see you guys in just a few minutes with game number 3. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the final match day of September for Fall Nationals. I am Box Turtle, of course. Join me is Pathfinder. He's back.
Hello.
We have found him. He was eating food in a closet somewhere.
That Chick-fil-A, man. Sometimes you just gotta get that chicken sandwich, you know what I'm saying?
Hot take to get people off my back. Chick-fil-A's overrated.
Chick-fil-A is not a sponsored food thing of the stream.
Unless they want to, and Chick-fil-A is underrated.
No, I don't want that. I don't want that. Get it out of here.
But we are back here to bring you some more amazing matchups. We just saw, of course, an absolutely incredible match from Tauros and Eevee, and we are hopefully going to be bringing you the same level of quality of match here coming into the, I believe, the fourth match that we're streaming for the night.
That's right. It is the fourth match that we're streaming tonight, and we're cruising through these winners matches, right?
Yep, absolutely.
And I think the biggest upset that we saw in the whole bracket is Gyarados went undefeated on their whole season.
Yep.
And they lost to this Onyx squad.
Yeah.
Which I didn't see coming.
No, me either. Onyx beat a Hitmonlee earlier as well, so Onyx is on a spree.
Onyx is on it. No, doesn't work.
Didn't work.
Dang it.
Didn't work.
Sorry, I tried.
I could teach you my puns one day.
All right, Box Turtle.
But we are back here, and we are going to go over some of these rosters here to refresh you guys on who exactly we're going to be seeing here. First up is that Dragonite roster, made up, of course, by the senior Brandon, and then following behind him is Kunoku and Migs. This is an incredibly talented squad. We've seen them on a couple match days so far that we've streamed the past couple weeks, and this is going to be an incredibly talented team coming into this match, and we expect a lot from them.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are good.
Yep.
They've tried to compete recently in RLCS and got top
absolutely
32 or something. Like they're in with the this is a great squad, and we got a senior, a junior, and a sophomore, right?
Yep.
So it's a multi-talented squad over several years with the leader Brandon being on that squad, and he's just a monster. He's been ripping through the competition.
No, you're totally right. Brandon absolutely has a future, and so does the junior and sophomore behind him in Migs and Kunoku. But incredibly talented roster. But let's take us over to the Onyx side, and that will of course be made up of the seniors of Kronos and Turtle, which my boy Turtle, and then of course your friend Maxwell. I know you love mispronouncing his name.
Maxell,
like
Manuel. Maxell. Sorry. Maxell the man coming in, but Kronos and Turtle, we saw them on our first match of the night.
Absolutely. So this is a talented team. They've been on a tear so far in this tournament. They've been showing up and performing, and they will need to bring it again for this matchup, as this Dragonite side is a immensely talented team. But let's give you a quick update on the bracket here, where we are in the winners bracket here, the winner side of people that have not lost a match yet. And as we can see from that, Tauros, of course, or Eevee is going to take that victory over Tauros to move on, and we're bringing
close match that one, right?
Super
really
close
good
match.
one. Yeah, I was watching from afar with my Chick-fil-A sandwich, and and I saw that at one point in that game too that it was 3-3, and there was a lot of
that game was insane actually. Yeah. I was sweating a little bit. Not even lying with you, I actually was. But on the other side of that winner semi is obviously where we are at right now with the Onyx and Dragonite side. One of these teams will go on to face against Eevee in that winner's final. But let's actually take you to a loser's bracket here if we have it, and give you an update on where we are with the rest of everybody else. So let's take you on to that. And of course, we've seen, my boys, the Golem squad is making their way through. They're going to go up against Gyarados, a very, very talented team. They have their work cut out for them there, but I think they can bring it. And I actually think, from the looks of it, I do believe Golem actually beat Gyarados, if I'm not mistaken, just now.
Wow, what an upset coming out of the losers bracket. That Gyarados squad, they were looking really good, and the Golem boys, they were competing. Your squad was definitely doing some great stuff, so that's an upset for us right there.
My Discord DMs are blowing up right now because they're excited. So, boys, if you're listening, well freaking done.
There you go.
Keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling. The losers bracket runs are real and alive, and that shows right there. That's a great example. I mean, that Gyarados squad, full of some 2Ks, full of some really high-quality players, and the Golem squad is honestly, they're not as good on paper.
No, on paper, yeah. No, they're very much a mid-tier team if you're looking at strictly MMR.
That's right. They are.
But one of the things that obviously we've been working on has been the level of quality of play in terms of the team chemistry, building that communication, trusting each other, and learning to work together as a team. They all signed up separately. They never knew each other before this. So it's amazing to see what they're doing as a team. I'm happy to be coaching them, and I'm happy for them that they're moving so far in this bracket.
I think they compete with every roster.
100%.
Like we've seen, they come out fighting every time,
they play
even though they're the underdogs.
Yep.
And that's what we love to see.
Absolutely. But quick refresher, this bracket, the top 4 teams from this bracket will move on to face off in the final 12-man bracket, or 12-team bracket, that we will have at the end of this 3-season series. Right. And from there, one of these 4 teams that will qualify today will have a chance to compete to be the overall winner for Fall Nationals inaugural season. But we are taking you into our first match here to get you guys kicked off. Dragonite versus... what's the other team? Oh, my gosh. Onyx. There we are. Onyx. There's so many Pokemon. A whole 151 of them. A lot to keep track of. Who are you taking in this one?
For me, I really like the Dragonite squad.
Okay.
Am I going Onyx?
I think you were. I
Okay.
think that's what you said. But you could change. It's okay. You could change your mind.
Yeah, I like the Dragonite squad.
I also like the Dragonite squad. However, I think I'm going to stick with my boy Turtle.
Oh, you like the
I'm
turtle?
going to go with the turtle side. Turtle, Kronos, Maxwell. That's where I'm going.
Right,
The senior turtle, he's going to bring it. This Onyx squad is going to continue to be on a roll. But we are kicking off here. This Dragonite side is going to be your orange team, and the Onyx side is going to be your blue team. Thank God our colors match the Pokemon colors this time. It saves us from a lot of confusion. But we are kicking off here with this match in this best of 3. And this is going to be another good one.
I missed you, Box Turtle. Where have you been all my life?
Oh, man. Waiting for you.
Waiting for me. No quick goals off the rip on this one, but we have a little bit of back and forth coming out from the Kronos and the Turtle squad.
As that shot comes on.
I say that?
Yeah. Kronos last man back, not quite able to get back quick enough. Kunoku in the pass from Migs there. Excellent exit pass out of that backfield into the midfield for Kronos, or Kunoku rather, who sinks that into the net. Maybe a little bit quicker than I think Kronos anticipated as that last man back, but nonetheless, first 40 seconds of this game, we are kicking off here with a goal.
We absolutely are, and Turtle and Kronos is the ones I'm watching for. Those are the playmakers. We got to see some big stuff out of those boys tonight.
Speaking of Kronos, getting that double touch, but does get the 50, and that ball, he's going to come sinking back down in front of the net, but not quite, as Migs is going to be looking to push that over. Brandon accidentally backflips. It looks like might have not been intentional, might have been. Who knows? They're all better than me, but they are indeed kicking themselves off here. As the second shot comes in here, and Kunoku scoring again off of the self-play there. No pass needed. Takes that off the wall. Excellent pinch there. Gets a little bit of an air dribble there and sinks that into that lower part of the net, just out of the reach of the defense. Kronos again on defense, getting a little bit railed there. But we are 2 goals up here for this Dragonite side.
We absolutely are, and if the Onyx boys want to have a chance, they are going to need to wake up in this game. It looks like a Dragonite show right now.
It certainly does, but there's still plenty of time in this game 1 and also the rest of this series as we move on. Looking to see some excellent contests here. As we see some bumps coming out from Migs there, trying to push some teams out of that backfield. As the 50 comes out from Kunoku, but Turtle is there to push that away. Kronos is there to try to flick that up to his teammate Maxwell, but Maxwell does win the 50 at the midfield. But Migs is there again. This Dragonite side showing some speed early in this match.
Yes, they are. They are all over the place. They seem to be flying at the net quicker than anybody else than the Onyx squad can even deal with. So it seems like a really, really fast-paced game. I don't think I could be in this.
I don't think you could either. I don't even think I could, to be completely honest. I'm a non-mechanical C2, so I pride myself on speed and rotations, but
nope.
These guys are quick.
They are fast.
Migs looking for that ground pitch there, but Kronos able to push that ball away out of the backfield. Turtle looking for the 2-on-1 here on the defense, but Brandon is there to contest that shot from Turtle. Excellent defensive pressure there from Brandon, as this ball is going to continue to sit at midfield. Both teams looking to win some 50s.
Axel almost had a shot there, an opportunity. Really close. Just wasn't able to close it out. There he is. Max tries to get a touch. Turtle is there. Turtle. Something like that. I think it's Turtle.
I don't know. He's a man after my own heart is all I know.
He is.
Maxwell looking to get that corner shot into the pass, but the teammate is not there. Turtle's there to keep that ball away. Pinch doesn't quite go the direction he was looking for, but Kronos able to flick that ball away. Going to be looking for Maxwell over the top, but Kunoku is there to get the 50. Excellent defensive positioning there from this Dragonite side.
Yes, it definitely was. Migs comes in for a touch. Doesn't really get the 50. It's kind of a stalemate on that one, but he's rotating around now. Add a boost. Following Migs around. Oh, Migs is going to have to make... Ooh, never mind.
A little bit of a miscommunication there, it looks like, from this Onyx side. Yeah. Shot comes on. Looks like Migs is going to have a shot saved by his own teammate in Kunoku. Kronos trying to make some plays here, trying to get back off of that defensive side and put some more pressure on. Shot comes in. Is it going to sink in? But Maxwell is there for the save. Excellent save there off the shot from Migs into the top part of that crossbar.
Yeah, you see a ton of patience out of Max right there, just making sure that he has a defensive opportunity, just delaying for his teammates to get back. Really smart play on him.
No, you're definitely right. Turtle and Kronos getting mixed up there. Definitely needed some more communication on that play. But Maxwell is there to try and get that 50. Turtle is on to get the shot on, but not quite as Brandon gets the 50. And that ball is going to be flying directly at the net. It's going to be looking like a backboard, but Migs is going to be able to sink that off of that double touch off of the sidewall. Excellent positioning there, excellent shot, and that will be a 3-0 lead coming into the final 45 seconds of this match.
Yeah, Migs with a good touch there. Kind of a, not really a dangerous touch, if I'm honest. He just was able to pop it up and get to the other side, and nobody was back on the rotation from the Onyx side.
Yeah, one thing we're seeing from this Onyx side that I think is a little bit uncharacteristic of their play so far in this tournament is that they don't seem to be very present on that defensive side of the ball. It seems that they are miscommunicating a little bit. They're overlapping some rotations slightly. They are amazing at getting their team plays in 50s on, so that's been working for them so far, but they need to improve their team play. They need to improve their rotations and communication if they are going to face off against a team this fast.
Ooh, a great defensive play by Kanoku there. She just gets it off the top of his car. Play a little defense. Oh, no, sorry, offense.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's on offense. Kunoku's still continuing to put some 50s on as Kunoku's single-handedly keeping pressure on this, but this clock will tick down onto the final couple seconds here, and this will be a round one or a game one victory for this Dragonite side. Onyx is going to need to look to make some pretty drastic changes to their team chemistry moving into this game too if they want to stay alive.
Yeah, I felt like they were in it at the beginning especially, right? Yep. And that's what you see. Whenever one goal goes in, it ends up, a 3-0 really quickly, and it's just that first goal that really starts the avenue going that direction, right? The momentum starts going that way, and then they put a couple more in.
Yeah, Onyx with only 2 shots that entire game.
Oh, man.
A couple saves coming out from everybody on the team, but Dragonite absolutely overwhelming this Onyx side on the offensive side and defensive side in terms of positioning and rotations. Just seemed to be a faster team, but they also seem to be a little bit more cohesive.
Yeah.
I think this Onyx side kind of cut each other's rotations a little bit. If 2 people are hitting each other for the same ball, one of you's in the wrong place, Yep. There's a couple small things that Onyx need to change, but they do have the talent individually to match up against this Dragonite side. They just need to make sure they have the talent as a team to match up against this Dragonite side.
Definitely agree. And you see, Migs, 6 shots all by himself.
Yep.
Had a ton of opportunities over there, and just not enough save on the Onyx side. So just need to see a couple more saves. Dragonite's gonna have shots no matter what. So a couple more saves need to come out. And I think if you stop with the cutting of the rotations and you get a little bit cleaner hits, and you'll have some offensive plays that kind of develop based off of those 2 things alone.
No, you're definitely right, but we are setting up here for game number 2, taking you into that as we speak, getting ready. Onyx looking to stay alive, take a map away from Dragonite. Dragonite looking to close out the sweep. As we say that, and my man Turtle getting that first goal for Onyx in this series, sinking that in the first 3 seconds of this matchup. Excellent cheat there off the 50 win from Kronos off the kickoff, and we have ourselves a game number 2 starting off hot.
Turtle and Kronos, they're in this game. I'm telling you what, those are my 2 players to watch on the Onyx side, and they're doing it. So that's definitely the way you want to start game 2, especially after that loss on game 1.
That is exactly how you bounce back from a loss.
3 seconds in. Good 50 by Kronos. Gets it to the center. Mig's going to pop it up to the center again. Turtle's there. He's going to pass it up to Kronos, who gets an okay touch in the center. Max is there to back him up. So is Turtle.
Turtle looking for that touch, but Brandon able to keep that shot away. Kronos looking for that second touch again off the backboard. Teammate Maxwell looking to come in for the shot. Doesn't quite get the touch he was looking for. His Turtle keeps that alive. Shots coming on, open net, and that ball will sink into the bottom left by Maxwell. Amazing shot and offensive awareness there, and that will give him a 2-0 lead after the first 40 seconds of this match.
Yeah, that's the second time Brandon we've seen a little bit of an early flip on his side, and very uncharacteristic of his playstyle.
No, you're definitely right. But, again, as I was talking about with Bearlight in the match prior, at this level, it does come down to the team that can make the fewest mistakes. If you make a mistake at this level, you will be punished for it.
Totally. Yep. Definitely so. Kronos, gets 50'd by our boy, Brandon. Mix has an opportunity. He's going to stall a little bit. Brandon's there for the touch. Max clears the ball. As I say that, we're just clearing back and forth now. Kronos is up. He's there. He's got a pointy car. What kind of car is that? A spaceship car? It's just not a normal car that we see. I don't know what it is.
It's one of the exotic cars. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. It escapes me.
Chronos rocking the Lamborghini, dog.
It's one of those. Looks like a GTA Lamborghini.
Yeah. Max is up.
Max looking for that double touch off the wall, down to his teammate maybe, but Migs is there to keep that ball away. Kunoku looking to make a solo play now, trying to get that second touch, but Turtle is there as Kunoku is getting a couple demos of himself there, trying to take the other team away from being able to defend their net.
And that's what we need to see from Max, you know, or any of the Onyx guys, is really those big defensive plays to stay in this game. I mean, they're 2 up right now. It's all about the heavy defense, and we keep seeing some good touches by this Onyx squad in this game number 2.
Absolutely.
Turtle, no boost, trying to develop some offense on his side, grabs the boost spot on their side, steals that one, says, hey, boost starve, good luck. And there he is, back on the rotation.
Turtle looking to get that second touch off the backboard. He does.
Ooh, good touch by
Trying
Kronos.
to follow it up.
Yeah.
Kronos with the shot, but Turtle not able to quite sink that on as the demo comes out from Kunoku, taking Turtle out of the play altogether. Maxwell looking, trying to get the 50, but Kronos is there to follow that up. Trying to get that second touch off the corner, down to his teammate, and Maxwell, can he sink it? And he does. 3-0 for Onyx. Amazing pass there from Kronos down to his teammate Maxwell off the corner, who is there perfectly to hit that shot over the top of Brandon in goal, and that is a 3-0 lead heading into the final half of this game, too.
It is, and who would have thought Dragonite hurt us? Not Dragonite. Onyx hurt us. Yeah, Onyx hurt us, and they said, hey, we're coming back in this one, boys. Let's go. And they're up 3-0. And this game, too, looks like it might fall in their favor if they're able to keep it up.
Turtle here looking to push this into the corner. Max to the last man back, trying to make something happen here, make some 50s at the midfield. Kronos, again, getting challenged by this orange side. A lot of 50s coming out at this half field. Kunoku couldn't quite get the shot on, but Migs is there to keep that shot alive. Turtle with the nice 50 there as Maxwell pushes that ball away.
Max saving them consistently as the last man.
Oh
Max
my gosh,
has been playing really, really well this game.
Everything's happening so fast. Shot comes on.
There you go.
Axel again. Nope. Kronos. I take it back.
Turtle's there for the pass. It's up to Max.
Maxwell looking to get the second touch off the wall. Couldn't quite get it. Neither can the teammate there as Kronos actually does sink that off the ceiling.
What was that? Kronos comes to clean it up through the center right here with the touch. Bob. Oh, man. What a lucky. That is a lucky shot. He puts it up to the top. Ends up scoring in the top right of the goal. What a shot.
I think that's one of the only lucky goals we've seen so far in this matchup.
That's true. That is very true. 4-0. Onyx looking real good.
This Onyx side coming back with a vengeance here in the second match. Turtle looking to push that ball down. Couldn't quite get the touch that they was looking for, but Kronos is there to follow this up. Trying to make a solo play here. Getting maybe a little bit of a flick or a fake maybe, but couldn't quite make it happen as Maxwell trying to push this ball open. Maxwell consistently opening up space on the offensive presses here. I don't know if you've noticed, but Maxwell is consistently the one that starts a lot of these attacking plays that lead to scoring chances for this Onyx side.
Yes, he does. It's been wild to see.
Turtle looking to get that second touch, but Kronos is there, following that up. Brandon's going to be there, though.
Yeah, flying around with the Lambo, but gets demoed.
And that shot will come on off the pass from Migs into the corner for Brandon. Brandon will sink that to have their first goal of the game. They are absolutely not out of that yet, but they do need to score their second goal relatively quickly to keep that momentum and give themselves a chance as we approach the final 30 seconds.
Yeah, great pass by Migs to be able to give Brandon a shot at that one. Brandon grabs the boost. Oh, man, they're Dragonite squad bringing the pressure in this final 30 seconds of this
pass
last
comes up
game.
to Kronos.
Yep.
Couldn't quite sink that in. But no, you're absolutely right. There has been a lot of pressure from this Dragonite side in the second half of this match. It is a very different match that we've seen in the first couple minutes of this game. But nonetheless, it does look like this clock will tick down. Onyx will take a Game 2 lead over Dragonite, and we will go to a Game 3.
Yes, we will. Turtle tries to put one in.
Just off the corner. They're going to let this touch the ground, and that will be an Onyx victory in Game 2. Game 3 headed your way in this matchup of the winter semis, and this Onyx side making a run.
Yeah.
Took out the undefeated Gyarados. They're going up against Dragonite right now, who's one of the top-ranked teams in their division in the group play of this. And here they are coming back, putting up 4 goals on this Dragonite side.
That's right. And the Dragonite squad, they had 3 shots total, right? And the reason that one of the big things that we talked about at the end of game 1 was the fact that they needed to play better defense so that they had more opportunities. And their shots didn't go up by much, if I'm honest. It's about the same, but they definitely played a lot more defense, which gave them a lot more opportunities. It was why they won 4-1.
No, you're absolutely right. And a part of that defense is too, Dragonite didn't exactly have a lot of shots there. So when we say playing defense, it's not necessarily saving shots that come on, it's preventing those shots from even happening in the first place. So whether that's winning 50s in the outside the box to try and stop those passing plays, or forcing things to the midfield more than putting them on your side of the ball. That's exactly what Onyx did well to win that match and the ultimate key to their victory. And across the board, excellent performance there from everybody on the Onyx side. I mean, there's really nothing aside from score to differentiate between those players. But we are loading in here into Game 3 of this winner's semis, Onyx versus Dragonite. One of these teams will advance into the winner's final to face off against Eevee, and the other will move down into the loser's bracket.
Absolutely. This is the one. If you want a shot for the winner's finals, you need to take this one right here. Bertle with a good touch towards the goal. Brandon's able to play defense on it, though. He's got boost.
Also, whoever does win this match is also guaranteed a top 4 placement in this tournament as well.
Oh, there you go. Top 4. Max with an opportunity. Turtle coming in with some touches. He's got no boost. He's trying to find some more, waiting for those rotations to come in. Max is here, wins a good 50. And there, Turtle coming back. Got boost. He's ready. Puts one in the corner. Max tries to throw one in the corner as well. Goes for the demo, steals the boost, and heads out.
That's smooth.
Nice pinch. All right, Kronos and Turtle. The two
Speaking
seniors.
of Kronos, growing up to push this into the corner. Maxwell trying to get the bump on the defender. Couldn't quite get to it enough. Turtle looking to try to keep that ball in, but Kunoku is there to try and keep that ball away. An excellent save there from Kronos to keep that pass or that shot out of the net.
Kronos loses the 50. Turtle is going to have a shot, but Max is already there. Turtle says, I'll hang out in goal for a second. Here's my chance. Pushes up. Miggs. Oh, what a clear. Oh, no. Whoever's up with that missed it. I think it was Kronos. Turtle's going to have an opportunity, but it's going to be on
Max.
That
shot comes in from Brandon off the pass from Miggs. I thought that initial shot from Miggs off the wall was going into the corner, but Brandon is there to make sure that it's not going anywhere, and that is a goal 1 from Dragonite to start this off after a minute and a half in this Game 3.
Yeah, you see a great touch by Miggs to get it over to Brandon. Brandon just patient enough to wait for that to end up in the corner and ends up being able to do something with it.
Ooh. Brandon gets that pinch down, but Kronos is there to launch that ball away. Onyx still maintaining some good defensive pressure. We're seeing some excellent rotations here on this side as Turtle there is, to try and keep that off the backboard. Kronos is going to be looking to carry that away as Brandon gives him a little bit of help off the offense. And we see a nice switch here from a 2v1 possession down. Turtle going to be pushing that in over the top of the backboard, and Maxwell comes in with the shot off the pass to sink that into the upper left 90, and we have evened it up here after 2 minutes, and we are going to see one heck of a Game 3 here.
Yeah, these two guys are going back and forth. Momentum is swinging. This last game, if you're watching, it's going to be a slug out.
Shot comes on, but Kronos is there to save that away as Maxwell is there to follow it up. Kronos is going to put that onto the side netting, but Kunoku is there to push that ball away. Maxwell going to be trying to win that 50, is able to push that away, but Miggs is there to keep that ball outside of their side of the field. Again, Kronos trying to slow up the play a little bit, get a little touch off the wall.
He's beaten 2 of them so far. Turtle's up.
Turtle is there off the backboard, looking for his teammate. Couldn't quite get that pass down. Maxwell was ready to push that down off the backboard onto the ground for his teammate. But Kunoku we're going to bring that down to the other side.
Yes, we are. Max is there, the last defender. Turtle's up as well. Passes it to his boy. Max is going to be down. They're hitting him with the tag team right now. Passing plays. Love to see it. Kronos is up. He's got the Finnick.
Kronos trying to get that second touch on Turtle. Able to get that off the backboard. Maxwell's here to try and follow it up, but the 50 comes out from the Dragonite side to try and keep that ball away. And we're seeing a little bit of miscommunication here from this Dragonite side on this defensive possession. They're overlapping a little bit as the shot comes on, but Brandon is there for the save from Maxwell. Maxwell trying to keep that ball alive. But again, Brandon is there, showing up as the senior for the leader in his team, trying to keep that ball away to give themselves a chance to stay alive here in this match.
Yes, he is. Max is up. Oh, and a good clear by Miggs. Gets it to the corner, get it all the way to Brandon. Oh, Brandon, a little wide. Oh, but Brandon goes for the demo. He says, I can turn this into something, boys. Let's start knocking them out with the demos. Love the plays. Ooh, Brandon with a shot.
Man. Oh, man. All three members, if you look there at that replay, all three members of Onyx moved up with that ball from Turtle. Every single one of them left the goal, not a single man back, and Brandon will punish that lack of rotation, and that will be a 2-1 lead here, closing in on the final 60 seconds for Dragonite.
Those are those high-pressure moments where you got to make something happen. Totally understand. It's a tough play to make, and just got to be heads up. Whoa. Look at that. Good 50.
Kunoku trying to keep this away, keep it into the corner. Maxwell's there, finding Kronos for the shot, and he does. Man. Excellent pass there off the wall from Maxwell, and Kronos is there to sink that shot in to the net. Excellent play there to bounce back from that previous goal, and that will tie it up again going into the last 55 seconds of this Game 3.
I didn't know it would be this close, Box Turtle. If you would have told me, I would have been like, you're crazy. Here we are.
This is exactly what you want. This is exactly what you want from a Game 3 in a Rocket League tournament.
Ooh. Great defensive play by Max. Once again. And Turtle with the challenge right there. Love to see it. Miggs pushing it up. Wins the 50. Kronos puts it in the corner. Turtle is here. Goes for the pinch. He's got 17 boost.
Turtle not able to quite follow that up. Maxwell is there. Teammates in goal with 0 boost. He's there. Kronos trying to get the save on. The shot comes on at the top right corner, just hits the post and out as the second shot comes in from Kunoku off the missed shot from Brandon, and that will be a 3-2 lead here, closing into the final couple seconds here for Dragonite. Excellent offensive pressure there. The Onyx side stuck in goal there. I believe it was Maxwell with not a single boost. And, I mean, that's just exactly how you punish that if you're Dragonite.
Yeah, some great offensive plays. Way to keep the pressure on from the Dragonite side. They're keeping it up right here. Well, as I say that, some defense coming out. Maybe an opportunity from Onyx, but Mig says no way. Max is up. He's got a little boost. He's got a pass to Kronos.
And that will hit the ground, and Dragonite will take the series victory 2-1 over Onyx. Well played from both teams. That was an absolutely incredible match to watch. And as we could see, Kronos and Brandon leading the way for both of their teams. 2 seniors in this matchup. Turtle, another senior as well, making big moves inside of this matchup. But again, that incredibly well played match. Onyx, well played to you guys through that winner's bracket. They will move down to the losers, and Dragonite will take the spot next to Eevee, facing off in the winner's final.
Yeah, a really, really close, well-fought match by the Onyx squad. They came out swinging, and they were ready to go. And, oh, man, some close games this evening.
Yeah, that was intense.
It was very intense.
These are making my hands sweat a little bit. These matches are intense.
Me too.
Super impressed by this Onyx side again. I don't think, myself included, no offense to them, expected them to move necessarily this far all the way to the winter semis, but they beat some incredible talent, and they absolutely play up exactly like what we were talking about before that with the Golem side, the side that I coach. You know, this Onyx side is clearly another team that plays up to their competition, and that's exactly what you want from a competitive team.
Yeah, and you have Brandon leading that Dragonite squad, and he is one of the top seniors in our class right now, right? He's been beating a lot of people and doing a lot of great things from the scene. So we want to see continued success from him, but also a shout out to Kronos and Turtle. Definitely breezing through this bracket.
Oh yeah,
much further than we thought they would. So those are 2 players to look out for in the future as well.
Absolutely, but we are going to set up the next match for you. Hopefully going to bring you something from the loser's bracket, if not that winner's final coming up next. But we will see you in just a few minutes for the next matchup. Welcome back to Fall Nationals September final bracket. We are here to bring you the next matchup of this evening, and this will be the winner's bracket final. So this will be the top end of the bracket, the final match. The winner of this will move on automatically to the grand finals, with the loser moving down to the loser's final to face off against one of those teams. But this will be the Eevee side, which you've seen a couple times tonight, and the Dragonite side, which we just saw take that game away from Onyx. And both of these teams are now officially guaranteed a qualifying spot in the top 4 and will move on to the December final 12-team bracket. So congratulations to both of these teams. However, we do still need to crown a victor for September. And that will mean one of these two teams will need to keep on winning to advance on to that grand finals.
Absolutely. And we have two solid teams, like you said, Dragonite coming out popping, but also we saw Eevee a couple series ago, and let me tell you, they were on fire, led by that senior, like we were talking about, K-Frost, the highest MMR, I believe, in the entire league, the highest rank in the league. So
one of them for sure, yeah.
Yes, and he just has that pop-up potential. If he keeps his cool and starts to lead this Eevee team, he is going to be the key factor here. We see how fast they can rotate. We see their speed on the ball. We see their passing plays. We saw a lot of back and forth between K-Frost and Patty. So we'll look to see that again, and we'll start things off. But I guess we'll get to predictions here in the rosters as well. Who do you have winning for this game? Because it'll be super interesting to watch.
Yeah, so of course, with that Eevee roster is talented with K-Frost, of course, like you said, but Patty and Zin are also forces to be reckoned with themselves, just not seniors. But again, the incredible talents there. That Dragonite roster, on the other hand, is quite incredible themselves. Of course, you have the senior Brandon, which we've just seen, and then, of course, Migs and Kunoku rounding up the rest of that squad behind him. Again, we just saw Dragonite compete against Onyx. They did lose that second round to Onyx in that best of 3, but ultimately a pretty dominant performance in the 2 matches that they did win. This is going to be a very, very, very solid matchup between these two sides, and I fully anticipate that this is going to come down to probably a game 3, if not an overtime in that.
I think so as well. It's going to be incredibly close. Although I have Eevee in this one, after watching Dragonite, I had some doubts about them coming in, and they're a great team. Don't get me wrong at all. But when we're at the top tier, when you get down to the winners finals, right? When it comes down to it the most, are they going to be able to perform? They showed some straight heart in the last series, so they're going to have to continue that same idea, that same mindset going into the winners final in order to advance. And I think Eevee's just too strong. I say Eevee in a 3-2 heated match, so I think it's going to be very close, and I do think we'll have a game 5.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. This is a best of 5, like you said. I do think that I think I'm also going to be with you here that I do think Eevee has the slight advantage here. I do think they are going to be the ones to take this best of 5. I don't think it's going to be easy. I do think that Dragonite has every capability to win this best of 5. But like you said, I do think it's going to go down to a game 5, if not a couple overtimes. Yeah. But let's give ourselves a quick update of where we are in this bracket. We will take you now to where we are standing here with the winner's side of the bracket. Of course, you see that Eevee takes down Tauros and Dragonite will take down Onyx to move on to this grand finals, with the loser of that going on to face off against somebody in that loser's final. So both of these teams do still have a chance to make it. Neither of them have dropped a match yet. But there, of course, you do see your loser's bracket right there. A bunch of teams making some waves there. Pikachu takes down the Golem side. And, of course, Onyx is going to be facing off against Charizard, who took down Ninetales. Both of those matches are going to be incredibly intense as well. All of these teams that remain in this bracket so far were incredibly dominating so far in the regular season of this September bracket. And I fully anticipate the rest of this bracket to play out pretty evenly. I think this is going to be a lot of game 5s and game 3s.
Yes, it's going to come down to not just, who is riding the momentum, but also who wants it the most, who's got the emotion behind them to drive it through, right? Because, skill levels are going to be relatively the same, but what's not the same is how hyped are you for that next goal? How quickly are you to put out of your minds the last goal that went in against you and play your style of play? So we'll see if who's able to take over that loser's bracket, but now we'll move on to this next matchup, so we'll see what happens as we develop.
No, you're totally right. We are heading in now to this game 1 of this best of 5 series in the winners final. Dragonite versus this Eevee side. I believe the Eevee side will be blue and that Dragonite side is going to be orange, but this will be an incredible matchup to watch, and here we are kicking off in this game 1.
After that, we'll have Dragonite. Migs is going to go after it here. Tries to get a touch, actually misses, and Up in the air for it now is going to be K-Frost. Interesting card choice here with the Aftershock. We don't see that much in these tournaments.
I've not seen that in a long time.
Very iffy card choice, but hey, if you're at the talent, like we said, K-Frost, then you can do it. Good chance from Dragonite off the bat, but good defense here. Back in the zone, gets a demo. A chance is just wide, though. And Brandon, the senior for this Dragonite team, will try to organize things and pass it back. Another demo coming out. A lot of physicality out here early.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right. Both teams are starting off very, very aggressive, trying to maintain as much of the pressure as they can on either side of the ball, and doing so by, just running their car into the other team. And so far, that's exactly how you maintain a lot of that offensive pressure, but also how you maintain that aggression, right? Speed is often matched with physicality in competitions like this. But as we see, Kunoku's going to have to make a save here, just coming back from that demo, and does. Brandon's going to be following that up to win that 50 at midfield. It's going to sit pretty evenly, but Zin is going to follow this up, look to push this over to his teammate, but Kunoku is there to push that shot away as K-Frost is looking to come back and do the exact same thing again.
Yeah, Eevee trapping the zone yet again, so although Dragonite trying to escape, they weren't able to do so because K-Frost playing that solid third man, which usually he's the one to strike on the offensive side of things, but he's been playing a sound defensive game too, and it's been leading for offensive chances so far. But again, a very even game here, just a minute and 30 in. This game number 1, as they'll try to play it across with K-Frost, able to get a touch out, but not completely out. It's now up for its Kunoku. He's going to put it back down. Can they get a touch? It's a shot on, but again, K-Frost in the right spot. We've called his name on the defensive side so many times in this game 1.
No, you're definitely right. Already so much defensive pressure there from K-Frost. As the demo comes out from Patty, not able to quite sink that in as that save does come out. But K-Frost going to win that 50. Shot comes on, but Kunoku is there to save the shot from Zin and keep that above the backboard. Excellent defensive pressure there. And already what we've seen is that although both of these teams are starting off this game so incredibly quick in this first half, neither is giving up any inch on that defensive side.
It's true. They've been playing a sound defense. I bet Zin wanted that last shot back, but he's got to put it out of his mind. It wasn't the most not the most velocity on it, but K-Frost the first to strike here. It'll be Eevee first, and 2:36 left in this game. They take a 1-0 lead.
Kunoku looking for that clear, maybe looking for that outlet pass down to Brandon. Brandon not quite quick enough to get that challenge on, and K-Frost is going to punish that miss hit and end up scoring the first goal of this game 1 in this best-of-5 series.
Very important, because it was a chess match early, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Both teams trying to figure it out, which is important in a best-of-5, so for Eevee to strike first is definitely big, but not a deciding factor, because we've still seen a lot out of Dragonite too, trying to create some offense, as they'll try to do that just now, but a great crafty touch to get it past Migs now. And a demo from K-Frost comes out, but that leaves the defense a little bit at risk as Brandon will continue to try to find a teammate. Not available, though, in the middle, and it'll be cleared right back out.
Patty with some amazing defensive pressure here, but you're seeing a save there and a clear as the pass comes in from Kunoku, but K-Frost is there to keep that shot away out of the center of the net. Going to be looking to make a solo play here in that Aftershock, moving that down to the other side, but Migs is there to pick that ball up, looking for the second touch, but Zin is able to push that ball away. And we are seeing right off the bat such even pressure across the board here for both teams, and it's going to come down to, like we said earlier, a lot of those mistakes and a lot of those open nets are what are going to be the deciding factor of these matches.
It will be who can take advantage of the opportunities, who can be there when the other team is not, who can back up their teammates whenever one goes awry. As Migs will try, gets the 50, but again, no teammate available there. They can't clear, though, because Brandon's right there on the spot. And finally, it's over him, but right to Kunoku, and he'll play it right back in. A minute 20 remaining on the clock. There's a 1-0 advantage to Eevee. A shot on from Patty, but just high. And he'll have to regroup. Now Zin on it, but it'll be Brandon from the corner. But K-Frost so quick to get up to that corner and keep the pressure on. But finally they get through. Just the willpower alone from Dragonite trying to escape the zone here with a minute left. They need to get something going, though, here. Here's Brandon going to try to put it through. But again, Patty, the man on the spot for some defense. And finally they release some pressure with a boomer out of the zone.
We're seeing so much play here happen at this midfield. This Dragonite side in the second half is keeping immense pressure on that offensive side by maintaining that midfield control, right? So much of what you're seeing has been Brandon sitting at that midfield line, preventing anything from crossing that, and allowing his teammates in Migs and Kunoku to just consistently apply shots and passes into the midfield.
There's no doubt about it. 26 seconds remaining on the clock for Dragonite to try to come back. Here's Kunoku. Was not prepared for that touch, though. Now we'll be up for it to try to get a touch back down the field. That's directly to the enemy team. Here's K-Frost. just trying to kill some time with a little bit of a musty there to Zen. A shot, but just one to try to end things. Now to leave the door open until Zen comes across. 5 seconds left on the clock. This one will pop up for them, but so quick is Patty to put in the double touch.
Goodness.
And he's going to end things there. 2-0. Patty puts the exclamation point on game 1.
Oh my goodness, the play there from Patty. I thought we were going to see the musty come out there from this Eevee side, but Patty is there to hit that double touch off the backboard and sink that in, and that will be an Eevee victory in this game 1 to take a 1-0 series lead in this best of 5. An amazing performance there from everybody on that Eevee side. But again, Patty coming out big on the defensive and offensive side of the field there. Just so much offensive pressure from this Eevee side. They're just so quick to rotate. K-Frost was there for everything. Zin was always holding that line there at the midfield, and Patty just flying around doing whatever he wanted to do.
Took the words right out of my mouth. That's exactly what happened. And just to see this Eevee team put that exclamation point when they did allow Dragonite a couple of chances, but their rotations were so sound. K-Frost, not usually the third man back for this Eevee team, but was stepping up in the defensive zone to try to set things up. Again, Zin in that middle field just holding his ground. They just put on an immense amount of pressure, and they held to their game plan here. And they get the shutout in game 1. That's not easy to do against this Dragonite offense.
No, it's really not, especially given the number of shots that we did see from that Dragonite side as well, right? The offensive pressure that they put on was pretty immense, and they were by no means not, giving Eevee a run for their money on the offensive side. So plenty of pressure there from Dragonite. I think a couple more different key passes and maybe some different outlets into that midfield would have given them a better advantage going into that offensive side. But nonetheless, we are moving in here into game number 2. Dragonite looking to get a game back and stay alive, and that Eevee side is looking to get ever so closer to that sweep.
We can see if they're able to put off. It'll be a difficult one against Dragonite. Game number 2 underway. And the kickoff will be to the sidewall here. Nobody with clear possession quite yet. And it'll be down to Brandon, who will try to control for Dragonite. Unfortunately, played the ball a little bit too far away from himself than he wanted to. And now it'll be a back pass to Zen. And Eevee trying to start off early, but Brandon with the hit off the back wall. In the corner now. There's only Dragonite on him, but unfortunately they couldn't get a touch. That's a mistake from them. They had a chance to try to set something up, but they weren't able to do so. But now it might happen, except Zen was there, and Brandon with some great patience up and over, but ran out of boost or positioning and was not able to follow that chance. But some promise here from Dragonite early.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And Brandon looking to maybe get that second touch on off the wall there to try and keep his team alive inside the midfield. Looking for that downward pass to his teammate, but Miggs is not quite able to get that as Patty is able to push this ball away. And we see a 3-man Eevee squad looking to make some rotations back the other way. Kunoku with 1 man to beat on the flick. Doesn't quite get it over, but Patty is there for the save again. And Patty, we have said his name over and over again, but offensively and defensively showing up again there for the big save early in this game too.
It was a big save. Kanoku showed that he knows what to do in a 1v1 situation. He was patient. He popped it up. He even went for the bump after the carry there. But again, just great defense to hang in there and be just as patient.
I still can't believe the car choice there for K-Frost.
It's a different choice. We'll leave it at that. If he's confident in the aftershock, I mean, what car could you not be comfortable in? Maybe the Scarab, but
True.
That's about it.
Scarab is pretty OP. Shot comes on, but Miggs is there to keep that shot away from K-Frost.
I can't
and
even.
Zin is able to push this ball back in. Scarab is OP, man, I'm telling you.
I don't think I've ever heard those words in that order ever in my life.
Oh, I've tweeted it before.
Have you?
Oh,
All right, I'll make sure to unfollow. 3 minutes left on the clock here. Still, even at 0, nobody's seeming to find any kind of opportunities in the offensive zone here as the defenses continue to just play very sound. On the back wall was Kanoki, but they weren't able to set anything up for Dragonite again. And after a low goal scorer in game number 1, you got to imagine this is going to favor Eevee because they're very strong in those lower goal matchups.
Speaking of, shot comes on. K-Frost not quite able to sink that into the side netting there. Patty, is they going to be there for the 50, but Miggs going to be looking to make a solo play, has full boost, trying to push this into the corner for his teammate, but K-Frost is there to 50 that away, looking for that second touch, but Brandon is able to push this back the other way. We are seeing some back and forth play in the midfield. Still a team yet to score. Both teams looking to make a little bit more pressure as the shot comes on from Patty, but skies it just wide over the top of the crossbar.
Excellent chance for Eevee. Like I said, it's definitely playing in their favor as they continue to try to establish some offense now. Across it's Zen shot, but that one's a little bit weaker and towards the goalie, so they're not able to beat him yet. And we remain scoreless. 2 minutes on the clock now. Dragonite's going to try to set up some offense. Finding Brandon with the pass. Now Brandon will play past 1. Can he get past 2? Just elects to go up the wall instead here to try to buy some time, but K-Frost all over that. And we'll try to play it out. Let's get one more touch. I think Zen thought that K-Frost had it, so he kind of bailed from it. And now it leads to a chance from Dragonite, but easily cleaned up from this Eevee team. But they remain under pressure, under fire. Here's Brandon, the senior, trying to get across, but K-Frost, the senior on the other side, booming it out. And Migs gets a 50 from K-Frost. That'll keep it out of harm's way. And when it comes to defense, keeping it out of the middle of the field is definitely important, and then trying to establish the middle of the field for the offense on the other side.
No, you're definitely right. We're seeing some passing plays come out here from Brandon, but K-Frost is able to push that ball away. But again, Kunoku's there to keep that ball in off the incredible angle, to keep this ball into the Eevee side of the ball, and we're seeing some shots come out. A double contest there on that shot from K-Frost and Zin there, but still nonetheless making some offensive pressure off the side netting. K-Frost looking to sink that in, couldn't quite get that to fall into the side netting. We are back the other way again. This Dragonite side looking to make some offensive pressure of their own as Migs is there, but Zin continuously making those defensive challenges as an outlet pass comes out to him from his team. And the ball is moving so quickly from side of the field to side of the field that I can't exactly tell you who's making the offensive pressure. As the shot comes on, almost the 50 win there from Brandon to score that, but it just hits the crossbar and out. Almost a really lucky goal there, put them on the board and give themselves an advantage.
You can almost feel the tense nature of this game as both teams try to establish some offense, but again, they just give up possession. Migs trying to sidestep one, had the one-on-one situation, but didn't quite get it around, so they're not able to establish much. But here's Kanoku gets a touch. Might have had a flip off that reset, but regardless, does not matter. Time ticking down now. 5 seconds. Can somebody find the back of the net, or will we find a 0-0 tie for overtime? Here's Kanoku trying to find it in. That one's going to fall to the ground, though. And overtime in game 2.
He didn't have any boost. Let that clock tick down to 0 to take it into overtime. Reset that possession, but we are still scoreless in this game 2. As we say that ball is going to fall in, but Patty Kunoku is there to save that away off the shot from Patty, and Zin almost hitting that crossbar in. And so far in this overtime, that is the closest we've been to a goal all game. And this is starting out hot. We have ourselves one heck of an overtime here. One of these teams will need to take this away. Still scoreless in this game 2.
Still down. Shot comes. Migs gonna finish it overtime for the 1-0 victory for Dragonite, and they even this series. And that all goes back to how did they make that save earlier in that sequence to move the ball out. That was incredible stuff. Migs the one with the goal at the very end to tie this series.
Dragonite making a game for themselves, taking that game 2 to tie up this series. Absolutely intense match there. I'm slightly out of breath and slightly sweaty, but that will be a 1-1 series now between Eevee and Dragonite. And as we saw there, Brandon with the excellent 50 there to win that, Zin just couldn't quite get that hit over the top of the crossbar, just barely mishit that and wasn't able to get the clear away. And Migs is going to come in there and punish that with a goal.
Yeah, I think these players are out of breath and sweating as well. It seemed that way.
You're probably not lying.
You cut the tension with a knife.
Somebody's going to pull a hammy.
You can tell both of these teams wanted it so bad, and Dragonite, props to them because they dropped game 1. They know they needed one. Again, it's still best of 5, so plenty of Rocket League to be played here.
Oh, yeah. Series. One of these teams will need to take away another 2 games off of the other, which it's looking, like we said, like it's going to be a game 5. These teams are so evenly matched. But nonetheless, this is going to be tightly contested all the way through, and I think that 1-0 victory there in overtime is exactly the level of closeness that we're going to see throughout the rest of this series.
And again, this could be a potential grand finals matchup too, because whoever drops this has the chance to play into the losers finals and play right back in. Who would be upset? I mean, this series has been incredible. So I don't think anybody would be
this is what the finals, if this is what the grand finals are going to be, I think we're all in for a treat. But nonetheless, we are kicking off here for game 3, Dragonite versus Eevee. One of these teams looking to take a series lead 2-1 over the other, and we are here and ready to go.
Off the kickoff now, it'll be K-Frost that gets a touch, trying to find a teammate, but again, right into the defensive hands. And a shot comes on, but easily handled by Zen. We'll play it over to his teammate. And K-Frost trying to find Patty with the shot. That one's going to go off the back wall. Forces the defense up. Zen, another shot, not quite the velocity he wants, and that's happened a couple of times in this series. But he's got to get over it. He's got to get a little bit more velocity on those shots because he's had opportunity after opportunity, and I'm sure he'll try to figure it out. What a save! Gosh. How did Patty get back to that one? Incredible defense again to start this game number 3.
No, you're totally right. And already off the bat, we're seeing 2 amazing shots and 2 amazing saves out coming from both teams. This has been immensely close throughout the start of this game 3. And, I mean, we're already seeing some heat come out as the pinch comes off onto the backboard, but K-Frost is there to clear that ball away and keep that out of possession. Kunoku looking to find Migs there in the midfield, maybe dropping that back down off the backboard, looking for that double touch. Brandon is there, but Patty is there again with the second save here early. And already, so many chances and so many saves from both sides.
We haven't called Patty's name a whole bunch in the first 2 games, but he has been stepping it up here in this game 3, been a big part of this defense and setting up some offensive chances too. But we have the Eevee trying to play it out now, but it's right to Migs, who will play it right back in for Dragonite. One more touch off the back wall, but the read from Patty again, able to keep that away from this Dragonite's offensive squad, who's looking to press, and Brandon off the wall to a teammate. K-Frost with the demo, but it kind of puts him out of position here. It's a chance. They have the numbers. Migs trying to get it across, but again, Patty comes up big in the defensive end. No surprise there.
No, you're definitely right. Patty, I think, is all over the place in this bracket so far. I mean, we've called his name for some offense, we've called his name for some defense, but in this game 3, it has been all defense so far, continuously shutting down these offensive chances by Dragonite as Kunoku is looking to flick this ball back into the middle. Brandon's the last man back, but Patty, again, we said his name on the defense, we will say it again on the offense. Patty is absolutely making waves here in this game 3, getting 3 saves already, and now sinking a goal for himself to take a lead there for Eevee.
It goes to show that just because you have a bad game doesn't mean that you're out of the series, right? And it's not like Patty even had bad games. He's been very solid on both sides of the field. The thing is, his pop-up potential, though, putting up the numbers, that'll come with time. You just kind of have to let it happen. Patty's been all over the place, but Dragonite with a shot, and nobody back for that one, though. And Brandon, the senior, will tie it at 1.
Yeah, we're very quickly back the other way. That lead did not last long at all. Migs winning the 50 there, putting it over to Brandon. Excellent passing play, and the senior Brandon sinking it in to tie it back up and closing in coming in at halftime, or closing in on it rather. Again, we're evenly contested. I don't think anybody's surprised. We're just all entertained at this point.
At this point, it's been an incredible series. The flip reset. Just off, though, but K-Frost forced to jump up before he wants to, and Patty again coming to clean up shop after they had potentially given up a grade A chance here. Now for this one's Brandon. He does get a touch. It's going to come straight down. But again, K-Frost able to handle this one, try to get it out. But now Dragonite's running some offense here. Trying to get that forecheck going, as we call it in the hockey world. This is not a good touch, though. Brandon's going to have to backtrack for that one. We'll get an extra touch on it as well, and kind of play pong back and forth now at this point. A chance, and somehow they get back to it. Migs out of position, but scrambles back and is able to make that save.
I have no idea what these saves are in this match at all. This has been absolutely insane from the defensive end from both teams so far. These goals, we all think they're goals, and then somebody shows up somehow to save it. But here we are. Migs is looking to maintain some defensive pressure there. Maybe flip this back around the other way. Take a shot for his own. But again, K-Frost is there. Excellent read on that shot to keep that ball away. But does get 50'd. Patty does back into the mid. Zin and K-Frost connecting there a little bit on a little bit of a cut rotation. But Brandon comes in for the shot and sinks it off the pass from Kunoku. Brandon, again, the senior, scoring the second goal of this game, putting the Dragonite side ahead. An excellent pass there off the corner from Kunoku.
Eevee, a very rare scrambling moment in the defensive side of things. You saw all 3 of their players in the corner, which is not something that you see. We've mentioned that a couple times. Their defensive rotations pretty stout at any point in the tournament. And you have to remember too, these players have been playing for 3 hours straight, or something of that nature, at least in tournament form too, which is a whole different stressor. So fatigue kind of comes into gameplay, or it kind of comes into play during their gameplay. And I'm not sure if that's happening with Eevee or not, but what does show up is that breakdown in defense doesn't typically happen. Hey, but credit Dragonite for taking advantage of it.
No, you're absolutely right. Kunoku looking for that redirect there, doesn't quite get it. Patty sinking this down onto the opposite side of the field, but Brandon is there to keep that ball away, but K-Frost maintaining that pressure, but Migs is there. Trying to look fine Zin there, trying to push this down to Patty, but Patty is not quite quick enough. Pass came in maybe a little bit more hot than he expected, but K-Frost is there to tie it up, to make it 2-2 off the pass there from Migs. Or Zin, rather, excuse me.
Interesting rotation, because Zin came from the ceiling to come down and try to get a pass down to Patty, and then Patty took his place on the back wall and tried to get it down to K-Frost. So very interesting offense. It's not your typical offense, but it works for them to tie up the game here. And just with 45 seconds left here in this game number 3, if you're just joining us, it is 1-1 in this best of 5 series, as Dragonite had evened it up in game number 2. Here's now K-Frost trying to press in. Here's Zin with the next touch. He'll try to play it down to a teammate, but K-Frost a little slow to get in, so the 50's won by Brandon, and he'll play it out. 25 seconds remains on the clock. Going for a bump instead. They jump off of it, and Migs try to step up. Kanoku waiting on it, so Zin will get the next touch. It's up to K-Frost. He'll try to play it. It's off the back wall, but a good job in recognition from Kanoku to be on that back wall.
No, you're definitely right. We're seeing a little bit faster rotation here from this Dragonite side. They are closing in relatively quickly on that offensive side. Looking for that double touch down. Hits off the crossbar. Is Kanoku there to follow that up? Trying to get the angle on, keep this ball alive. As the ball floats back the other way, they're going to be looking to sink that down onto the ground. And we are heading to the second overtime of this series. Somebody looking to close this game out.
Incredible, isn't it? What a series so far. Now, in overtime, Eevee trying to drain possession, but a good back pass there. A little bit risky, but knowing where your teammates are is super important. He was pretty confident on that pass, so a great job to connect there for this Dragonite team. And they'll have the first opportunity on offense, but that's until K-Frost steps up and gets a touch. He'll try to play it in, but here's Migs. Nobody back for him. It's going to be straight down. Maybe a little bit more off the wall than Migs predicted and myself predicted, so they weren't able to capitalize on it, and Zen will take it right back out.
Yeah, that did look like a corner. Looked like that was going to fly straight down. I don't think it's a misread at all. Sometimes the ball doesn't exactly fly the way you want it to. Patty going to be looking to get the 50 on here, but Brandon does take it. K-Frost is there to follow this up, looking for that outlet pass, but again, another 50 from this Dragonite side. They are maintaining offensive pressure excellently here as they win 50 after 50 to keep this ball, and now Migs is going to steal that, or Kanoku rather, is going to steal that back boost and get the demo there on Zin to keep them off the offensive side as Migs flips this back around to the Eevee side. Migs is going to be looking for the shot here. Is he able to sink it? But K-Frost is going to save it off the side of the post, and that will keep them alive in this overtime and back the other way.
What a save from K-Frost, staying super patient, but also getting to the ball in such an efficient manner, using his boost at the opportune time. Saving enough boost in order to get across is important just as well as making that read in order to make that save. Impressive stuff from K-Frost.
No, you're absolutely right. There's a lot going on here, a lot happening in this games already. Both teams trying to do everything they can to make a bunch of challenges and win 50s and make some chances happen for them on the offensive side. But so far, it's still overtime, closing in on 2 minutes left. Brandon looking to win that, but not quite able to do so, as Kunoku's going to rotate around to be that last man back. K-Frost going to be looking to push this over, but Kunoku is there to challenge this ball and put it down for his teammate. And Patty is there, going to be looking to push this into the middle, but not quite able to do so. And so far, not a lot to separate these two teams in overtime.
Yeah, Dragonites had most of the offensive time of possession, but the thing is, like, right when they do, it seems like Eevee comes back with some more pressure as well. So very even as they look to press out again. It'll be Zen with the next touch. We'll try to get it past a weird bounce for the defense, a chance to try to strike, but again, it's just good rotations. And now a shot comes on. Oh, and Kanoku finishing it in game number 3. And they've won 2 games in a row to take the series lead.
Kanoku with the solo play over the top of K-Frost, who is there predicting that shot. Still nothing he could do about that. And Dragonite will take a 2-1 series lead over this Eevee side. Dragonite taking a series lead here. Oh my goodness.
And they, like we said, they had the time of possession in overtime. They led that by a solid minute, as that overtime went just over a minute. So they did a really good job of controlling play in the overtime series. And it's hard to gain any kind of control here, but we did see a lot of panic from Eevee in the defensive side of things, just like we saw in the last game, and it was kind of the reason why they dropped that last game. And here we are again, Dragonite taking advantage of it. It seems like whenever Eevee is in the defensive zone, when one person goes for it, the second man is jumping in a little bit too quick, not as patient as they were in game number 1 and why they took game number 1. I think a little bit of patience on their rotations and not jumping in right off the bat, because they seem to be all clumped in the same spot, which again doesn't typically happen with Eevee. But props to Dragonite for figuring that out and taking a very close game number 3, just like we saw in game number 2.
No, you're totally right, and that's exactly how that second goal was scored there for Dragonite, right? We saw a little bit of a cut rotation there, miscommunication from Zin and Patty there on the defensive side in that back left corner, and that, of course, again, at this level, anybody's going to capitalize on those mistakes, and Dragonite was able to do so, ultimately leading to that overtime, and Dragonite is able to close it out and take a 2-1 series lead. But we are loading in here into game number 4. Dragonite looking to take one more to take a 3-1 series lead, and Eevee looking to battle back, tie this series back up, and take it to a Game 5 to stay alive.
And on the kickoff here, it'll be Dragonite with possession yet again. Zen playing it back. It's clever 50 for K-Frost. His shot on. It'll be saved by Migs, and he'll try to work out where K-Frost will turn on it. Does get it past a man, but again, it goes directly to this defense. It's almost like Dragonite knows where this Eevee defense is going to be. Kanoku again does it himself. A solo play here to read where the ball is going to go and pinch it directly in with a 50. Look at this dunk.
Oh my goodness.
How?
Absolutely amazing. Like, is the air roll? I don't know if he air rolled there. I mean, that was... So much happened there so quickly, but Kanoku wins an excellent 50 in ground pitch there to sink it, and Dragonite takes an early lead here again in this game number 4.
It's incredible. I think it was that might have been a flip at the end. He might have got a flip reset off of that.
Yeah, I don't even know, but his car turned so quickly. I don't know how it happened.
He's just so aware of everything on the field that we cannot say enough about this Kanoku player. The solo plays that he's been able to pull off, including that last 50, has been incredible. But now we have keep backing off of this one as Zen will step up on the next touch. But again, the patience from Dragonite's been so real in the defense. Here's Kanoku up again. That shot is going to force K-Frost back, and nobody home again for Eevee. They seem to be falling apart at this point. It's 2-0 now.
Kanoku having the minute of his life here in the first minute of this game 4. Getting both shots on. Looks like Brandon was looking to try and get that demo on the defender to keep the save away. Does not matter. Defender was not there, and Kanoku sinks that second goal to take a lead here, being the star player so far of this game 4.
It's been outstanding. It's been absolutely outstanding in the 1v1 situation. So they need to, as a team, Eevee needs to eliminate those one-on-one opportunities. They need to be quicker on the rotation up in order to not allow it. They got to be a little bit more responsible on the defensive rotations. Again, all goes back to that patience. Here's another chance here for Dragonite. They'll continue the pressure on. Another touch from Kanoku, but on the back wall is going to be Patty. And let's try to play it out now. Zen booming down the field. A pass across again.
That shot is going to be above the crossbar, but Migs is there to save that shot from Patty, who is there to 50 that again. The shot's going to come on. Outlet pass was maybe looking for Brandon there, not quite far enough in. Looking for that bottom corner. It's going to roll out the side of the crossbar. Not quite able to hit that off the post. And we almost saw a third goal there for Migs.
Trying his best. Here's Brandon up for this one. Did not read it off the ceiling, though, so now it's going to be Migs. He'll be responsible for trying to get the 50 on Patty, but it's Brandon it's Kanoku, rather, up on the top. On the ceiling, try to get a touch to get it past, but now it's just kind of hanging at midfield. But we still see Eevee kind of scrambling in the defensive zone, but they finally get it out. Here's a chance, but K-Frost, again, not able to connect. Yeah, at first it was Dragonite that was having some troubles connecting early in this one, but now it's looking like Eevee's kind of fallen into that place. As since their Game 1 victory, Eevee just hasn't looked the same.
No, you're definitely right. This Eevee side does look a little fatigued like you were talking about earlier. There's a lot happening with this that is not ready to, I mean, this is, there's a lot happening with the Eevee side that they don't exactly seem to be fully prepared for this matchup. They seem to be a little bit frazzled. Dragonite is running all over the field with them in this game number 4, but there's still plenty of time for them to regain their composure, regain some sort of cohesion on the offensive side, and probably, I mean, they definitely need to improve their rotations quite a bit to stay alive in this match.
See if they can do just that. Here's Migs trying to get it past Patty. They had an excellent game number 2, but unfortunately they came up short in overtime, as they did in game number 3. A chance across. Here's K-Frost putting it over to Zen. Zen will play it up to Patty, who'll try to get a touch, but Brandon's so quick, already up on the ceiling to get that defense. Now K-Frost up and over, and they'll be able to score one, cut the lead in half with 1:38 left. This is all K-Frost.
K-Frost, the senior, with a nice solo play there, winning that 50, getting the dribble over the top of Brandon. Patty let him having it, letting off of that goal, letting that roll in for K-Frost, and the senior coming in clutch for his team to take it down to just a 1-goal differential. Still very much alive, this Eevee side.
Yes, they are. And how thoughtful to let K-Frost stack the score sheet there with the goal, let it on in, as they knew that Dragonite didn't have a chance on that one play. But again, they still have some work to do with 1:26 left to go. Here it's still in the side of Dragonite as Migs is going to get the next touch here. Going to try to step up on this as well. Has plenty of room to work with. In fact, works it off the corner. Tries to get one more touch away. And backwards is K-Frost, and he's able to get it out. Or at least over to Zane. Try to find a teammate now. Kanoku actually misses this one a chance here, but on the back wall to clean things up is Migs, who is waiting for it. 1 minute remaining on the clock now. A demo comes out from Patty now, but Brandon just with willpower tries to keep it away, but now an opportunity here for this Eevee squad as they'll jump on this chance.
Oh, that was a dangerous touch to have.
A misplay in the defensive zone from Dragonite. The chance to strike for Eevee. They need more of those. Here's Zin trying to play it past, but Brandon with a touch somehow gets it around the defense. Now waiting across. A chance for K-Frost, but he's going to have to back off it. Not on a boost. A chance. It's down and in.
Patty.
And Patty, even in the game of 2, we call his name again as Brandon, not the touch he wanted because he tried to get it to a teammate. I think Kanoku just jumped a little bit wrong, and just that much, just by inches, is with the mistake that minute. At this level of play, they're going to take advantage of it. We have a tie ball game with 26 seconds left.
No, you're totally right. We absolutely do. Patty coming in clutch again in this game. I mean, so far in this series, we have called Patty's name so many times for a variety of reasons. And here Patty is again showing up and showing out in this game number 4, keeping his team alive after the goal from K-Frost that we saw earlier from that senior showing up clutch. So far, this Eevee side does not want to quit.
Nuts. But here's Dragonite with the last pressure. Oh, they have an opportunity now. Eevee does, but they're going to put it down to the ground. And shocker, we have overtime here in game number 4.
Big surprise. I'm excited to see, and I'm not surprised by this overtime whatsoever. It looks like Solo Plate's going to come out there for Migs, gets the bump out, but Patty is able to sink that ball away, but Kunoku is there for the save. Kunoku having the game of his life here in this game number 4, keeping his team alive and keeping those goals from happening, but also scoring a few for himself.
In fact, we'll have an opportunity. Works past 1, and again, scrambling is this Eevee defense as Patty not able to get a touch. This one across with Zin in the right place. Some great positioning in order to try to settle things down for the Eevee squad. But Kanoku not having it now. As he'll chase it down, get a bump. It's a back pass. Good job to box out Patty, too. Will allow an opportunity and a demo from Migs. And that'll allow enough space from Dragonite to try to work it out, but they play it slowly, so it's going to hang down on the goal line, but good patience now. They have a chance. They have numbers if they can press. Here's Brandon. We'll try to play it down to a teammate. Can they get it? Not quite. Good defense and way to stand strong from Eevee as they clear it out.
Kunoku could not quite get the touch that he was looking for there off the pass from Brandon. Nonetheless, we do see an outlet pass coming here from Kunoku, looking to get that flick over to a teammate inside the net, off the crossbar, not quite in. Teammate there trying to follow it up, couldn't quite hit it, and this is so much. This is a lot.
That was their chance to end the series and win the winners final. But they just came up short. But now they still have the opportunity. Ball still on the field. Minute 27 into overtime. Here's K-Frost, but a bit of a double commit. But no counterattack available here quite yet for Dragonite. And there's another opportunity lost. Now, if you're Eevee, you have to take advantage because Dragonite had the chances, but the shot comes through. And Brandon ends it in overtime, 3-2.
Brandon for Dragonite coming in clutch. The senior showing exactly what he's here for, and that is to win games, scoring that last match to give them the victory over Eevee. That is a huge upset over the number 1 seed in this tournament, and Dragonite wins the series best of 5, 3-1. Oh my goodness.
What a performance from Dragonite. Putting that game 1 out of their memory, first of all, because they dropped that one early. But it was a close one, too, a 2-0. They weren't able to get some offense going in game number 1. But since then, it was all Dragonite in such a close series, too. I mean, nothing taken away from Eevee. They played a strong game as well. But Kanoku, I mean, played great in the game number 4 to close things out. But again, the leadership from Brandon as well. Migs was there when he needed to be too in the defensive side of things to step up on the plays. And for that reason, we see multiple overtimes. What a series. Way closer than the 3-1 would show, just like we saw earlier. Incredible performance out of this Dragonite team. And Eevee played their hearts out. I would not be surprised if we see them back through the losers side of the bracket.
I would not be disappointed at all. Those teams, I mean, they're just... Both of those teams are absolutely incredible. I'm so impressed by what we've seen so far from both of them. And if we do see that end up be the grand finals matchup that we do see Eevee making their way out of the losers bracket, we will be treated again to that final. But we are going to take a quick break, set you guys up for the next match that we have in store. Hopefully not get too out of order from this update from Rocket League, and we'll be right back with you in a few minutes.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Fall Nationals. I am the Pathfinder. With me is the huge box turtle. You just saw an awesome match with Eevee and Dragonite. They were back and forth. I think we are all just blown away today at the level of competition at the high end of this.
Absolutely. No, and everybody's showing up and showing out. I'm immensely impressed by every team in this bracket. Every team that we've seen that came in as a free agent, that signed up as a team, everybody's really showing what they're made of in this bracket. You know, there have been some tough losses. There have been some great wins all around. But overall, I mean, all this just makes me more excited for October season, and then of course November after that. And from what we've gathered, all these kids and all these high school students are super excited about this upcoming October season as well. They're relishing it. They're chomping at the bit to take advantages of as much opportunity as they can that October season.
Yeah, and if you are watching this and you are like, hey, I got to get in an October season, there's still a chance. You can join as a free agent. If you're a free agent, we will take you. If you are bronze, we will take you. We will give you a spot. We'll give you an opportunity. We'll give you a coach. We will make you a better player. Rocket League just went free to play, right? There's tons of opportunities out there to be able to grow through our program. If you're a freshman, if you're an 8th grader, we want to see you guys show up. And we have some seniors and some college coaches. I mean, UNCC guys, they were in here today, and they just left, but they were excited about this whole program and excited to be involved. And they're 3 of our main coaches for the league that help grow our players into what they are today.
No, you're definitely right, and all of this just makes us super excited for what's to come. Obviously, you can go to staypluggedin.com to find all the information about that, how you can register, or you can just hit up myself at CLT Boxturtle on Twitter, or Pathfinder at CLT Pathfinder, CLT _Pathfinder, right?
Yeah, it's underscore.
At CLT _Pathfinder on Twitter. Follow us, shoot us a DM. I mean, any question you have about this program, by all means, give us a shout. We'd love to have you, no matter what level or rank you are. We'd love to come help you have the opportunity to get the chance to play in college. That's what this is all about. Prepare you for that next opportunity.
And if I was a freshman right now and I'd never picked up, if you're a freshman and you never picked up Rocket League before, today's the day you decide to pick it up. Like, you can be as good as these teams that are playing within 4 years if you dedicate yourself. Like
4 months. I don't know about that.
Wow, 4 months. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like within a year, you can make huge strides. So take the chance. Go sign up and Stay Plugged In. We will help you. We will guide you. We will give you a path, and we will help you all around to do this. But we're just waiting for a match to finish up. The Pikachu versus Onyx match. It went to Game 3. So we will see who comes out of there and ends up taking on the Eevee squad that's in the losers bracket, and then from there we'll go to the grand finals. So excited for that.
Yeah, totally. We just finished that update with Rocket League. They just went out at 10 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
So everybody's back in the lobby. They're ready to go. But we'll be right back with you guys in just a few seconds to get you guys set up for the next couple matches that we have to finish out the night, and we'll see you guys in just a second.
Welcome back to Fall Nationals Season 1 finales. We are now at the losers bracket finals. We are going to see from the previous matchup who was Onyx and Pikachu. Who do you think came out, Box Turtle?
Onyx versus Pikachu?
Yeah. Can we do a vote in the chat? Who think?
I mean, on paper, I would say Pikachu, but since you're asking the question, I would assume it's Onyx. And since I work here,
it was Onyx.
I think I know it's
Onyx. Onyx beat Pikachu. The coach, Kyle Tails, was very proud of his Pikachu squad. They made it very far, but they did get 4th. That's right. He's very excited in their 4th place finish, and they are going to make it to our championship in December. Made the cutoff for that. That would be very exciting to watch. But coming up next, we're going to have the losers finals. It's going to be Eevee and Onyx. Eevee is a squad that we have seen more and more. Go ahead and throw it over there, Mr. Producer.
Wait, real quick. Okay, yeah. Go ahead. Go. No, rosters is fine.
You like rosters?
Let's do it.
Go. So we've seen them, right? K-Frost, Zen, and Patty. Patty plays on a mouse and keyboard, just for those watching.
Does he really?
He does.
That's insane. I don't know how people do that.
Agreed. I have no clue how they do it either. And the other side, Onyx.
Onyx, yeah.
I've seen them once before as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, we're looking at Kronos and Turtle, my boy, making it through. Us Turtles, we know how to compete.
The Twirtle's been crushing it today.
We know how to compete, us Turtles, I know. But obviously, then Maxwell, of course, rounding out that roster and performing excellently this entire bracket. But that actually does confirm all 4 of our spots so far. So
that's right.
Dragonite, Eevee, Onyx, and Pikachu will be the 4 teams that will move on and qualify for our final bracket in December. They are the first 4 teams to do so out of the 12 that will make it over the coming seasons. But congratulations to all 4 of them. But here's a quick look at the bracket update of what we are looking at here. So, of course, Dragonite is sitting pretty there at the top of the grand finals. The winner of this match versus Eevee and Onyx will face off against Dragonite in that grand final directly after this match.
Yes, they will. It will be a great match. Either way, I think that we saw that once before. We may see it again. It may be Eevee and Dragonite once again, or it may go the other direction. Maybe Onyx takes a sweep off of Eevee. They've been tearing through the bracket, if I'm honest. Did not have Onyx on my mind when we walked into tonight, but
no, they finished middle of the bracket in their group.
Yeah.
There was nothing. I say nothing exciting, but there was nothing extravagant, I would say, about this team moving into this bracket. They were obviously an immensely talented squad, as are all these teams, but there was nothing separating them on paper from anybody else in terms of their style of play or their MMR or their rank. But that being said, just goes to show that MMR is not exactly the best indicator of talent, as here they are sitting in the losers final, one win away from moving on into the grand final.
Yes, that's very true. And one of the other things with this is Eevee and Onyx have actually played each other before. They were in the same division.
Yep.
In this previous matchup, Eevee won. Eevee won 2-0. And it was within, first one was 1-3. 3-1 for Eevee. And the second one's 6-2, I believe.
So pretty dominant.
Pretty dominant.
Yeah.
The Eevee took them last time, but like I said, Onyx has been on a tear.
Yep.
You know, they have an opportunity, and I'm going to vote. Well, I'm going to take my Onyx for this run.
You're going to take Onyx?
I'm going to take Onyx.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the underdog. They lost once before, but I think they have an opportunity here, and I think they're on a tear, and you know, maybe they're going to catch Eevee after the loss against Dragonite, tilting a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Eevee boys. I think they've been performing excellently throughout this entire bracket. I think they have what it takes to bring this home and move on back to see if they can take another one off of Dragonite. Hopefully get that map or that bracket reset there for them.
Yep.
They are looking for it. But we are taking you into game number 1 of this matchup, and here we go.
Yes, we are. Zin coming out. Whoa, that was a close one. Turtle was able to come up with that one. K-Frost has changed his name to K-Beast.
And as we say that, K-Beast getting the assist over there to Perpetual Patty. Changing his name as well from Patty to Perpetual Patty Hours. So there you go. But we're already off the bat in the first 15 seconds. We do see a goal rolling in here for this Eevee side, and we are off and running.
At 15 seconds in, we see Eevee coming out strong. K-Frost. It's a touch. Grabs the boost. He's popping up. He gets in the touch. He's going to do it for the double. It doesn't get the double. Kronos is there.
That shot's going to come off the backboard. Both teams looking to maintain some pressure as Maxwell pushes this back in. Some Onyx team looking to get some quick rotations the other way, but Kronos is there, looking to get the ceiling shot there off the backboard over to his team, potentially for the goal, but K-Frost is there. Excuse me, he might want to go by K-Beast now. But the second shot comes in from Maxwell off the pass from Turtle, and that will level it up 1-1 Eevee versus Onyx in game 1.
Yeah, great pass by Turtle, and Max just watching it, making sure he gets a good touch on it, puts it in.
Where did this Onyx side come from?
I know. The Onyx boys, they showed up to play tonight.
My goodness. Zin rocking the Dragon Skin Octane. They're going to be looking to take this off the wall and off the backboard onto the ceiling. Patty taking out one of the defenders there, but Maxwell is there to get that touch and does over to his teammate, who's going to play it back for him for the above pass, but Kronos maybe a little bit of a cut rotation there, accidentally hits it back pass to himself, but K-Frost is there to try and slow this down, maybe make some pressure here, but that is going to be a shot on, but Patty is there again to push that away. Ooh, Zin with an excellent save there off the shot from Turtle.
Great shot by Zin. Yeah, just wasn't able to go through because Turtle was playing some great defense. But as I say that, Turtle's up. He's doing things. Kronos is going to have an opportunity here. He's got no boost. He's going to steal that one right there in the corner. Oh, but he doesn't get it.
Kronos is playing defense.
Wow. Oh, thank you. You know when the kids in basketball start running the opposite direction with the basketball and they're like in middle school? That's like me.
Yeah. Yep. But like as a 30-year-old man.
I mean, like, yeah, you know, I take the punches as they come, I guess.
Oh man,
you're fired.
I'm fired. Why am I fired?
Can't say like things. Whoa!
Oh,
wow, Zin.
With an excellent goal there off the pass from K-Frost off the wall. Patty with that nice play out of the backfield. Zin looking to push this down and does into the net over the top of Turtle, and that will take a 2-1 lead over the top of Onyx in this game 1.
A great shot by Zen. See the kickoff coming up. Zen. That's what I said.
You said Zen.
Well, Zen's in, you know, it's the same. It's like K Beast, K Frost. I think those two things are different as well.
Those are very different, yes. Those are different words. In case you guys couldn't tell here, we are tired, but we are also very excited for the ending of this tournament to see exactly who is going to come out on top and who's going to be our September winner of this split. As Patty is there to sink that in, isn't quite able to do so, and that shot does come off the backboard the other way. Patty is there to redirect that out, and excellent awareness there from Patty again on this defensive side.
These guys are so fast. They're just reading the ball really, really well. Everybody's playing super fast. It is definitely a sight to see.
Patty looking to get that touch, can't quite do it, and K-Frost is there to try and save this ball from going into the middle, and does off the 50 as Maxwell is there to take that shot, not quite able to get there. And again, a bunch of 50s coming on. This Onyx side putting some immense pressure onto the Eevee side of the ball, and as another 50 lands, and K-Frost really looking to get this ball out of here. Patty's going to follow this up, try to get this over the top, but another 50 comes out, and that will almost end in a goal, but Zin is there, and now forces this ball down to the other side to make some pressure here. Patty is there to take this off, tries to get that second dribble, not quite able to do so, and this ball is now coming back the other way, and the shot is on and in, and Eevee by Zin is able to take a 3-1 lead over Onyx, closing in on the last 60 seconds.
Yeah, Kronos tried to get a pass out to the center and just didn't get enough on it and ended up turning the ball over. So Zin was able to go in, pop it in, score the ball, win the game. This is Rocket League. Was that well timed?
No.
Well.
We need a little bit more intensity, maybe in the final. You know, we bring out that this is Rocket League. I think we would need at least an overtime or at least a 0-second goal. But you're close. You had the right energy.
Thanks,
and I
man.
respect it.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. That's right. Exactly.
Our producer appreciates it too.
Yeah.
Zin is the last man back here off the pass there from Maxwell. Nice touch coming out over the top of the crossbar there. K-Frost is going to try to dribble this up, taking this down. Going to try and get that ceiling touch, but can't quite do it. Is there off the pass from Zin, but Maxwell is there on the defensive side yet again to get that touch away.
Oh, Patty almost with a good touch to the center. Oh, he's there, though. He's there. Oh, Zin's gonna
Shot comes on, but Maxwell is there again, right at him.
Oh,
that could be in. That could be rolling in. Not quite able to get the touch away. Trying to put this over the top, but Zin is going to clear this away back to K-Frost, who's going to get that redirect over the top of the crossbar. Shot coming straight down, and Zin sinks it to make it 4-1. Eevee to take a very commanding lead here in this game 1.
It was a very commanding lead. Zin with some great defense and then rotating around all the way, following it up on offense. Great all
What do you
around
think
plays.
this Onyx side needs to do to be able to battle back in the second game?
I think they got to put away some of the goals that they're just trying to. They're getting really, really close on their scoring, but they just haven't had an opportunity to really put it away by scoring a couple goals. So,
you know, they do say in Rocket League that whoever scores the most goals wins.
It's amazing. Amazing. Very insightful.
So I understand your sentiment. But Eevee will take a Game 1 victory over the top of this Onyx side, led by Zin there. Excellent shot, putting 5 shots on target and scoring 3 goals. Led, of course, there by K-Beast and Patty. Very close behind. Excellent performances there from the Eevee side all around. Onyx, obviously, needs to improve a little bit on, I think, their communication and their rotations. They are missing out on a lot of very good scoring chances just from not being in the right place for those passes and those redirects. But, again, this is a game about adaptability, right? The thing that makes Akron one of the best teams in CRL is that you never see the same Akron team twice in a series. So this Onyx team will need to make some adjustments. They will need to come into this second game with a little bit different of a mentality and a game plan on how to beat this Eevee squad. But they will be battling to tie up the series.
They will definitely be trying to do that. I really want to see a little bit more out of Kronos. I think that he's been around all night, but I think he's got some lightning in the bottle. But he's about to let the lightning out of the bottle.
We've seen a lot. We've seen a lot from Kronos this tournament so far. I mean, obviously, of course, this Onyx side's making some waves in this bracket. And have forced themselves into qualifying. So really there's no losing here, but Kronos has shown already in this tournament what he can do and what he's capable of. We just need to see it here in this losers final.
Yes, we do for sure. But as we jump in, match number 2, game number 2, losers bracket finals. K-Beast.
Oh, Pathfinder. How did we end up working together?
I don't know.
Oh man. Can I take it back? Turtle is there for the 50 on Patty, not quite able to get that win. Maxwell is there to keep this ball away off the shot from K-Frost, who is there for the 50, but Maxwell in excellent positioning there. Kronos, your boy, looking to make a flick here.
Yeah, there's my boy Kronos. Let's go.
Over the top of one, wins that 50 back into the middle. Somebody there looking to take that shot, but Turtle is not quite there in time, and the defense will push this away.
Yes, they will. Kronos trying to make some plays. He's chasing K-Frost around, trying to get a demo. He's all around. He's all over. Oh, the Zen. Nice off the corner. Pass to K-Frost. Patty's there to try and clean it up.
And the double touch. Oh my gosh, Patty. Off the shot from his, off the pass from K-Frost there, who hits the crossbar, the post rather. Patty taking this off to the side netting and sinking that in off the double touch. Excellent goal there from Patty.
It was a great goal. A nice double touch set up by K-Frost and Zen to get him there. Ooh, the touch by K-Frost. Look at that. Zen getting boosts, cruising around. Is going to have to play defense here because Kronos is putting a shot on, but K-Frost is there to bail him out.
Excellent shot there from K-Frost, or Kronos rather, but K-Frost is there for the save, and I mean that shot was right at him, but nonetheless that was a screamer in. Kronos looking to get that double touch in, shot coming on, teammate there for Turtle looking to take a second chance, but Maxwell is there on the midfield as the last man back to keep that ball away. That would be close, but Kronos is there to keep that off the side. We almost had a Rule 1 there in the losers final. That would have been something to see.
Would have.
We would have seen some 2v2 play as the shot comes in from Kronos off the pass. I'm sorry. The shot comes in from Turtle off the pass from Kronos off that backboard, coming straight down back to him. Excellent positioning there, excellent awareness, and that will tie it up here. 1-1 Eevee versus Onyx in game 2.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. See the kickoff coming. 1-1. Game 2. Onyx needs it. They need it to stay alive. Oh, Kronos tries to pop it up, but Patty's there reading it well. Whoa.
Oh my gosh, what a save. Goodness.
Good touch by Kronos. He's got one to beat right now and does beat him. There you go.
Kronos, there it is, scoring that second goal there. The senior stepping up, scoring some goals for his team, putting his team ahead for the first time in this series. And just like we were talking about with adaptability, we are seeing a very different Onyx side this second match, and Eevee's having a little bit of trouble.
Yes, they are for sure. Kronos making some plays. I really like watching Kronos in his individual plays. He dribbles the ball really well. I like to see it. There he is, Kronos, once again. It's a pass.
Oh my gosh, into the corner. Excellent redirect there, but Zin is there reading that redirect somehow. Two excellent reads there by the offense and the defense. Passes coming straight down to Patty, who gets the 50 into the lower left corner off of Turtle. Excellent goal there, and that'll tie it up with 2 minutes remaining.
Yes, it will. Turtle almost saved this one.
Excellent 50.
Yeah, the 50 from Patty. He was ready for it. Kickoff coming. Zin. Ooh, Turtle wins it. He's going to have a shot, but misses. Almost gets the piece of it. Kronos says, I've read this wrong, boys. I don't know what's going on. Gets it across, though. A great cross to Max. He's got no boost, but ready.
And the shot comes on, but Patty is there for the save almost just barely sinking into the crossbar. Excellent communication there as the 2 demos come out for Patty and K-Frost on Kronos and Turtle, as they are looking to reset back on their side of the field and push this back out and make a play. Pass comes over too, but Kronos is there, going up for that 50. K-Frost is there. He wins the 50. Back down to his teammate, who sinks the goal. Maxwell off the insane pass there from Kronos with an insane shot of his own into that upper left-hand corner. And again, Onyx showing up and showing out here in this series, and they are making it a difficult match here against Eevee.
Yes, they are. For certain, Max has been doing well all night for the Onyx squad. Let's see if he can keep it up in this game, too, to try and make the series 1-1. There's my boy Kronos. You got that. Oh, nice try, brother.
Well, K-Frost is there. K-Frost is there off the pass from Zin to tie this up very quickly. We are closing in on the last 60 seconds of this match, and so far this is very evenly contested in this second game. Onyx made some minor adjustments and some minor tweaks to how they're rotating around each other in this second game. And it's shown in the different levels of the score, obviously from Game 1 to Game 2. But nonetheless, this Eevee side will take a lot to beat. As that shot comes on over the top of the crossbar, K-Frost not quite able to finish it. This will be a runaway goal. And Kronos, the triple commit. You love to see it from the Eevee side.
You don't see it very often, that's for sure.
The good old triple commit. Man.
Love a good old triple
commit. Are you coaching them?
That's all we do.
Are you the one
boys.
coaching them? This triple
That's
committing?
That's what I teach. I teach the triple commit. You know, you got to make sure you get that one touch for sure.
Oh man, it's sad that actually wouldn't be surprising. Patty off the pinch there, off the wall, trying to make something happen here. Trying to battle back. They're closing in the last 60 seconds here. Trying to make something happen here on the offensive side to keep themselves in. Patty looking for that shot, but K-Frost, I believe, takes that shot away from him and not quite able to finish that. That does sink into the lower corner, though, and K-Frost is there to tie this up, and we have ourselves an 8-goal game split 4-4, closing in on the final 40 seconds of Game 2.
That's a lot of goals.
It is. I think that's one of the most goals we've seen so far in a match.
That's true. I would agree. I would agree with that statement. It is 4-4. Here we go. Max says, whoa. Oh, my goodness.
2 shots hitting off the post and the crossbar from K-Frost and from Patty. Not able to finish this up. They do have the numbers here on the offensive side, but not quite able to get it away as looks like K-Frost was able to clear that ball.
Zin's here with the clear. Kronos is going to catch it, maybe. Gets it off the wall. Maintaining control. Oh, wins a good 50. K-Frost is here. So Zen. Oh, Kronos beats Zen, but isn't able to beat K-Frost. Gonna have 3 seconds. Try and put one in.
And that will touch the ground, and we are closing in on overtime here in Game 2. One of these teams looking to inch ever closer to the sweep, with the other looking to tie up the series. As the shot comes in, but K-Frost, excellent positioning and awareness there to keep that shot out. Ceiling touches coming in from Zin. Not quite able to get a good touch on that, as Turtle is there to carry it. Patty almost sinking it in off the dunk over to the top of Turtle, but that will not fall. Zin looking to carry this down back over to K-Frost and not quite able to fall in front of the net. We're seeing some very quick possessions and pushes here coming from this Eevee side. But on the other, here comes the Onyx, and Turtle not able to get that over the top of his head.
He's going to have a shot and makes it. Onyx take Game 2 with a great shot by Max.
And we are tied up 1-1 in the series.
We are, in fact.
Where did this Onyx team come from?
I don't know, dude. They are on
Who's
fire.
Who's their coach?
They don't have a coach.
They don't have a coach?
Huh?
Did they sign up together?
I don't think so.
Man, apparently they didn't need a coach. Man.
That's right.
Showing up and showing out this Onyx side, making waves in this bracket. They have at least taken a few games off of, if not beaten, every top-ranked team from both sides of the region so far in this bracket.
Yeah, and these it shows you how stacked this side of the division was.
For sure.
You know, so this Eevee and Onyx both came from the division, and Onyx didn't do so hot. Eevee won them all, but Onyx is competing with Eevee in this losers finals, which makes me think that division was pretty heavily stacked, and there's a lot of teams over there that did really, really well for what they were given.
No, you're definitely right, and it really is showing. And like our reactions again, are no disrespect to this Onyx side, they've been incredible throughout this entire tournament, and even in group play. I mean, we saw things from them that obviously indicated that they were a talented squad. Again, all of these teams in this tournament have been incredibly talented, but I don't think any of us expected Onyx to finish this high. But I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm super excited for this Onyx side. This has been incredible to watch them throughout the course of this tournament.
It also shows that the top 12 players from our top 4 teams are all incredibly talented.
Yeah,
for sure within the league. So lots of opportunity here. Really excited for a lot of these players, especially our seniors.
Absolutely, but we are kicking off here in game number 3 of this losers bracket final. Getting ready to get you started here as a quick goal almost comes out from Patty to take this down.
Oh, ho, ho. Oh, Zen is here. Great touch by Zen. Really maneuvered his car to make sure he could get a touch on the way back. It's very nice. Ooh, and K-Beast is there. K-Frost passed to Zen. Kronos is here as well. Trying to play defense. A little bit wide. Zen going up for the 50. Ends up giving it to Turtle. Gets it on the top of the box. Clears it back out.
Zen trying to keep this back into the corner here. Not quite able to get the touch he was looking for. Kronos is going to carry this back. 2 members of this Eevee side out of position here as Zen gets demoed and Kronos is able to push this away. But Patty getting the demo of himself, trading that out. Looks like it's going to drop into the middle. Shot from Zen comes on. Not quite the touch he was looking for. Off the backboard, Patty looking to get some kind of triple-double touch, something. As always, making something happen there on the offensive side, but not quite able to connect on that goal.
Max gets a demo on Zen. Turtle beats someone to the ball. Tries to go up for it, but K-Frost is there playing defense. Max with a nice little flick.
Yeah, flick comes on, and Kronos is there off the incredible flick pass there from Max. And this Onyx side, again, doing some crazy things here against top teams.
Very good touch. Very good touch. A good pass to Kronos. Max, looking stylish.
Because Max is rocking the NRG skin. That's what it is.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
It adds at least 20 horsepower.
Max once again in the corner. Goes up for a touch. Oh my, this one's a little bit out of their control. As I say that, Kronos saves it, but Patty is hunting in the middle for it and able to get it. Really good touch by K-Frost. Just keep that in front of the goal so that Patty can come and clean it up.
No, you're absolutely right. Kronos not quite able to get the touch he was looking for off the top of the crossbar there to keep that ball out. But that will fall, and that will be another goal here for this Eevee side to tie it up yet again in this series. That's
right. There's Max once again coming up for it. Patty with a great angle right there.
I don't know if it's the Merc or if it's just Patty, but I don't know how he's like getting these shots and these touches off.
Patty.
I don't know. I blame the Merc. No, Patty is absolutely incredible. Second touch here coming in from Zen, not quite able to connect, and Patty is there, the man himself, looking to make something happen here off the wall, looking to get some air dribble, some Musty up to his team, not quite able to get that flick around. Zen is there, but does get 50'd. There is a numbers game here for the Onyx squad, but Patty is there and does win a 50 to push that back to the other side.
A little bit of a pinch. Comes to the center. K-Frost is going to follow this one up. 50's it. Ends up getting it to Patty, who's open, and puts it in the goal.
Excellent 50 there win from K-Frost. That's exactly what you want to do in the midfield. You should never enter a 50 looking to win. You should enter a 50 looking to not lose. If a 50 goes to the left or to the right at a perfect 90-degree angle to the 50, that's good. That's exactly what you want. So right there, that is a 150. He did not lose that 50. It went directly sideways, which opens up the field for Patty, creates a little bit of space, and sinks that ball into the net.
Interesting. Good to know, Box Turtle.
That's Coach Box Turtle, actually.
Oh, my mistake. My mistake, Mr. Box Turtle. Turtle.
One of these days, we're going to be professional casters. One of these days. It's not today, but it will be one of these days.
I don't know. Kronos, he's up. He's got boost. He gets some good touches on Kronos. The ball control
KB's pushing down.
To be a common theme.
Has the numbers here. KB's does, but not quite able to connect as Kronos is taking this. Gets the Musty off. Trying to get that ground pinch. Almost wins the 50 there. to get that over the top of the defense.
A great touch by Max. Jumps up from the other side of the field. Flies all the way across. A pass from Turtle to Kronos. Taking it off the wall. But gets beat by Patty. Max is here. Tries to win to 50. It's gonna be on Turtle.
And there it is. Zin sinking that third goal away to make it a 3-1 lead, closing in on the last minute, inching ever so closer to taking a 2-1 series lead.
Yeah, Zin is able to have the last touch, gets the defense a little bit spread out, trying to find some boosts. Weren't able to do it and get back in time, so Eevee takes advantage of that one for sure.
K-Frost looking to get that touch, couldn't quite make it happen here. Zin is going to push this back into the middle here, but I guess a back pass there from his teammate.
There's Max, though. He ends up cutting the pass and off completely. Ends up getting it to Kronos, but puts it up the side of the wall. He's looking for Turtle right now. Turtle might be there. Oh, but it's a little bit wide.
Kronos, excellent positioning there, an excellent passing play to get that back into the middle. Turtle not quite able to finish that off, but Zin is rotating around, trying to give his teammates some space, covering that back post for his teammate Patty. Patty looking to clear that away and does, up to K-Frost, who's joined there by Zin, looking to make a play here, trying to push this into the middle, closing in on the final 20 seconds of this match here. This K-Frost-led side is looking to just hold on to a
Turtle's going to have a shot if he gets a little bit of boost.
And he does. It's off the post, but Kronos is there to sink it in. And with 15 seconds remaining, it is 3-2. They only have one goal to take this back to overtime.
It was a great beat by Turtle, and Kronos to be there to clean it up as the icing on top of the cake. 2-3, 15 seconds.
I should have a rule that I can't be around you past 11 o'clock.
You just excited about the icing?
Oh, my goodness.
I guess Patty's not. So.
Yeah, Patty.
What is this touch? Max gets it, but Patty's like, ha, don't worry, brother. Let me take that back from you.
Patty with the dunk into the top left corner. Excellent positioning there.
Wild from Patty. What a great shot.
Oh, my goodness. And the clock will tick down here into the final 5 seconds, and we are going to close it out here with a victory from this Eevee side as they will take a 2-1 series lead over the top of this Onyx side, and they only need one more to advance back to the grand finals to get their rematch against Dragonite.
Yes, they will. They will. And I think that we are in for another Onyx win this next one, right? Onyx coming out ready to swing for this next match.
You think so?
For this next map.
You think so?
Yeah, Kronos stepping up those 7 shots, leading his team.
No, absolutely. And that, the seniors in this tournament really have shown out in a lot of capacities. Obviously, Patty's been an all-star for this Eevee squad. Absolutely insane, every member of this Eevee squad. But of course, K-Frost, you're seeing a lot of passing plays come out of the back. Obviously, as you see, Patty has 3 goals and K-Frost has 3 assists.
Yeah.
So there's a lot happening from the K-Frost to open up a lot of space for his team. And just shows this senior class that we have in this tournament is pretty incredible. But it also makes me super excited moving forward, exactly the level of talent we have, not seniors.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's so cool to see that, we have talent across the board at every single level and every single grade level for all of these kids. And they are all showing up and playing absolutely phenomenally.
Yes, they are looking good. But here we go. We're jumping into game number 4.
Match number 4.
And the losers finals, which is the best of 5. We shall see if Eevee closes it out here or if Onyx takes it to game 5. Whoa, what a defensive play by K-Frost to start the game off. As I say that, they take it back to the center, and Max says, hey, guys, I don't know if you forgot about me. I'm right here. Putting it in.
He is indeed right there and sinks that into the lower left-hand corner 7 seconds into this match, and that's exactly how you want to start that if you're Onyx.
I want to see the Turtle. I want to see the Turtle pop off this map. That's what I want to see.
Oh,
as the
Patty.
As the
Patty looking for the flick on the Merc. Couldn't quite get the musty off.
Wow, got a good bump, though. Turtle's there. As I say it, Turtle is getting boost.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Turtle make a play.
I like a good Turtle play.
Yeah, you do. You've seen me do it enough.
Whoa!
And K-Frost off the pass there from Patty in that midfield wins that 50. back over to the other side, gets that into some open space for K-Frost, and he sinks it in.
Zin just hits Patty, and Patty's like, okay, well, I'll just float this way and try and pass it. He does. Gets it to K-Frost.
Zin goes, no, you're supposed to go that way. He gives him a little push. Little love tap.
Ooh, there's our boy Kronos. And Patty says, I don't even want to get the ball. Let me just hit Kronos out of the way. Zin's passing it up to the center, and the turtle. The turtle is back. Revenge of the Turtles, the Ninja Turtles. You guys never saw that one? Oh. I guess it was just me. Oh, as I say that, Patty says Revenge of the Kronos and knocks him out.
What a boomer. We are closing in here as the redirect comes in from Zin, as this Eevee side takes a 2-1 lead in this game number 4 with just at a minute into this into this game.
What an angle by Zin. Just catches it, pops it in, says, hey, that's a goal from me, boys.
It's from Long Island.
I don't know. I think it's past my bedtime, ladies and gentlemen.
Just to let you guys know, we are accepting applications for casters to replace the Pathfinder.
Yeah, we scared Bearlight off already.
I know. You made him leave.
I'm sorry.
You yelled at him.
Well, I didn't.
Turtle looking to make a touch here with no boost. Couldn't quite get the angle he was looking for. Zin passing this up to K-Frost, who's carrying it up. Patty there to meet him. Not quite able to make it happen as Zin rotates back as the last man to make something happen here on the defensive end, keeping the pressure on. Wins that 50, but not the second one as Turtle comes in to make a challenge.
Love the turtle. Love the turtle.
Thanks.
Nah, different turtle. Different, not that turtle. Zin passes it. Doesn't matter. This K-Beast is there.
K-Frost again. Patty with
my
the second save there. Oh my gosh, this defensive prowess here from this Eevee side, not letting anything easy float into that goal. They're going to make this Onyx side work for every single opportunity.
They definitely are. Kronos is up. Gets
the reset.
Wow, gets the reset.
Wins the 50, but Patty is there to hit that away. Swapping to the Merc now, we see.
Kronos is going to... a little bit too much space there, I think.
That one hurts just a little bit as K-Frost is able to redirect that one. And that is going to float into the side there. Kronos not quite able to get the touch on that to clear that away, and that will be a 2-goal differential in favor of the Eevee side.
That one is tough. You hate to see it, but K-Frost with a great touch. Where's the turtle? I don't see him. There's Max. There's the turtle. Oh, that's Kronos. Sorry. There's the turtle. Oh, never mind. Turtle's been destroyed. Turtle destroyed. Everyone. Big. We have a disaster.
And Patty sinks it in. This is starting to run away with the Eevee side here. They really want to get back to that grand finals against Dragonite to take them on again. And that will be Patty scoring it to make it a 4-1 game.
I need you, turtle. I need you. Not you, Box Turtle. Different turtle.
Oh, thanks for clarifying.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. I feel loved.
You know, honestly, for some reason, I just... Whoa.
Okay. That shut you up. Thank goodness. Zin off the touch there. Maxwell trying to get that touch to get a little bit further out, I think, than he anticipated, but K-Frost is there to punish it.
He was lingering. He was lingering like a shark.
You said it before?
I was gonna say that I like that turtle, the turtle that's playing a lot.
Right.
The turtle that's casting, I could do with that.
That's fair. I'll quit.
Okay. Wow. I guess we're looking for another caster again.
Cool.
But I'm the main caster now. That's what the people want to see.
Yep. So just so you guys know, if you're listening in the Discord, I will be deleting it and resigning.
Oh. You gotta delete the Discord? Come on, man. That's a lot of pressure. You're just Oh, my.
We are closing in here on the last 90 seconds of this matchup. Patty is there to keep this ball away. They are just looking to run out some time, try to keep this ball down. I say that as they score again to make this a 6-1 game. And they are starting to run away with this game 4. Well, not starting to. They are running away with this game 4. They're going to close it out here with a dub, and they're going to be looking to take on Dragonite.
Patty has been crushing it this series.
Patty's been crushing it the entire turn.
Yeah, Patty doesn't, he doesn't stop. He never stops crushing. Ooh, what a great shot, though. As I say that,
Kronos.
There's my turtles coming back.
I don't think Turtle touched it.
Well, I mean, Turtle was right there. Look at Turtle. He's right there.
He's in the mix.
They were all three. It was a triple commit. So they ran the play. The flying V.
Your play, the triple commit?
The flying V, the triple commit. That's what we love to see.
If you're coached by Pathfinder, that's usually what it teaches is, hey, triple commit.
Hey, guys, just make sure you triple commit.
I mean, if there's 3 of you shooting, one of you has to score, you know?
That's right. You know, it's all about strength and numbers, you know?
This casting went downhill quick. We're approaching the final game.
It's like a Risk. You know Risk?
The game? The board game?
Yeah, like the board game. Whoa. Let's go, Patty. Oh, what's that pinch called? A
Huxer pinch?
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one.
Thank you, Box Turtle.
Yeah, you're welcome. See, you need me.
I do. I need you every day. There's the Turtle.
And this Onyx side will need his Turtle to show up as well.
Turtle.
It is going to close down here in the last 45 seconds, and we're looking at, Maxwell with the amazing shot there off the pass from Zin.
Yeah.
And almost with the second shot there, and that's going to be a roller. And that'll be a 6-3 game.
Who would have thought? Not me.
Not me. Look at us.
Me.
Look at us.
Look at us. Who would have thought? Not me.
Not me.
3-6. You know, they say it's not over till the fat lady sings, and I don't hear any singing.
That is true. I think 30 seconds for 3 goals is a tall order, but it is not out of the realm of possibility.
There it's going to start with the Turtle.
Couldn't quite get that 50
Okay,
on.
the Kronos. Nope, the Max. Oh my, Patty's here. Oh, Patty. No, Patty. Oh, what a save by Max, though. Oh, there it is.
What a pinch there. This clock will tick down, and this will be a 6-3 victory by this Eevee squad, and we are going to see a rematch in this grand final, Eevee versus Dragonite.
Eevee versus Dragonite, the rematch of the century.
That's it.
The match you've been waiting for.
First time we saw these two play, it obviously went to Game 5, and it was absolutely incredible. It was
By the way, shout out to our Onyx squad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great performance this whole tournament. You guys have absolutely crushed it. Really, really excited to see what we see from those players going forward. But Kronos and Turtle, some monsters.
No, that was, I mean, Kronos obviously being the senior, but Maxwell and Turtle, excellent performances from everybody. I think everybody on that Onyx side made a huge impact in at least one game throughout the entire tournament. So GG's to Onyx. Congratulations on placing third in this tournament. You have, of course, qualified for the final bracket in December, but it is now time to set up for what you all came here to see, which is the grand final matchup. We will see Dragonite face off against Eevee in a best-of-5 to see who is the overall winner of our September series. We'll be right back with you in just a few minutes after we set that up. Welcome back, everybody. We just wanted to make a quick announcement that we will not be streaming the grand finals tonight. We are adults, so we do not have school, but these kids, they absolutely have school tomorrow, so we need to let them get to sleep, and we will be bringing you the grand finals on another day that we will announce for you. But we do appreciate you tuning in. Of course, I have Tails by me. He's been production for a lot of this tournament.
What's up?
What's up, buddy?
Nothing much.
Welcome to stream for the first time.
No, we streamed before.
Not for this.
Not for this, no.
You've been over there.
Yeah, producing. I'm the man behind the scenes. Now Nick, a.k.a. Suave, is over there pushing the buttons, and I'm kind of just leading the show, yelling at people, telling them to do stuff, all that kind of good stuff.
Absolutely. But we are letting you know that we are going to be bringing you back to another grand finals. But we do have a player of the week for you, or a gamer of the week, excuse me. Tails, give us a little introduction here.
Yeah, so the gamer of the week for this week, the last week of the September split, is Johnson. He is one of the better players, to say the least, in our league in Fall Nationals. And really this week he showcased that he really cares about expanding Fall Nationals and giving this platform to a lot more of his peers, right? So he has worked basically really closely with DK Drew, our lead admin for Fall Nationals, and finding more students and finding more players. I think he's about to poke in here maybe. But I think Johnson himself has brought, I think another 8 or 9 kids into Fall Nationals, which is absolutely fantastic.
Johnson
you can
is
see,
sick.
Yeah, Johnson's awesome. Obviously, my entire co-working staff has, just too tired to function in any kind of proper way.
I also coach Johnson. I can vouch. The guy's awesome. Excellent work ethic. My entire team, of course, Johnson involved with that, has an awesome mentality. After every win and every loss, they are super prepared for October. Watch out for Team Golem. I promise you they're going to be really good. But Johnson, congratulations, buddy. You earned it. You've been working really hard, and we all see it. So we just wanted to give you a shout-out and recognize that for you. But, Tails, anything else before we sign off for the night?
I'd say one last thing real quick. To all the players out there still in the stream, or you go back and watch this VOD, obviously there's only one winner, right? And there's 2 teams left right now, but I think the story of this season is the growth, right? A lot of these students have really bought into the recruiting model, and they're super excited for the October season. And like I was telling the players earlier, it's not all about winning the championship. Showing that growth, showing that you can play as a team, showing that you're a good person is extremely important as the recruiting process continues.
Absolutely. Well, that will do it for us tonight, guys. From myself, from Pathfinder, from Tails, from Suave, from Gizmo, from DK Drew, from everybody here behind the scenes here tonight, we thank you very much for tuning in. We are excited to bring you the grand finals at a later time and also the October season coming up, so stay tuned for that. And as always, stay plugged in. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.